Andrew, are you going to bed? Are you about to go to bed? I know it's late already for some of you. So I won't be keeping you I won't be keeping you too long on the call today. All right. Uh Let me just spotlight for everybody so everybody doesn't get distracted. Good evening, everyone. Can you guys hear me well? Can everyone hear me well? Just give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can
Yes,
hear me well.
yes.
All right, fantastic. It's good to have you guys here today. It's good to have everyone on the call today. How has the week been? Mr. Okoro, it's good to. Okay, yes, you can hear me. Okay, that's fine. How has your day been? Today's Monday. The- Today is Monday. How's Monday been so far? Good, great. What's the story? Yeah, let me know. All right. How has your week been so far? How's your Monday been? Great. Okay, great, great, great. I can see fine. Thumbs up. How has your week been so far? That's all I'm asking for. Yeah. How's the week been? Ooh, terrific. Oh, that's not nice, Emmanuel. Okay. So far, so good. All right. Anyways, today's session is going to be a very quick one. Trust me, it's going to be a very quick one. Today is Monday, and obviously, you've had a very long day. Now, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Benefit from this training program. Benefit from this training program of from the start is the stress you're feeling today, all those things you did today, all those things could be automated. Every single thing. You can see me now, I'm smiling, I'm happy. It's because I have automated most of my tasks for the day. All the reporting I need to do, all the things I need to do, fully automated. That's the beauty of you having a skill that will reduce your stress by almost 80%. All right. Who is excited to learn something to automate all these things you do on a daily basis? Who is excited to learn this today? Put it in the chat if you're excited to learn something that will automate all the tasks that you do on a daily basis. Even going to the office, you can automate it. If you want to learn how to automate this process, put it in the chat. I'm excited. Yeah, fantastic. Okay. All right, that's good. That's good. So you will learn a lot today, trust me. It's absolutely there's some things that happen in the workplace and you feel like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing to do this? All right. But in the real sense of it, you should automate anything that needs human interference or anything that has into human interactions and all that. Please try your best to automate it. Okay. All right, so I'm going to share my own personal experience, and I'm going to be also showing you a practical, real life example of how you can automate Excel reports. That's what we're going to be talking about today. All right. So let me see the people. Let me see where you guys are joining in from. I just have two questions. Where are you joining in from? That's like a template question we ask all our participants. So put it in the chat. Let me know where you're joining in from. So I know some people are in Germany, some people are in France, some people are in Nigeria, some people are in South Africa. So I can see someone from Ghana, Tamale, Ghana. All right. We have someone from Ibadan, someone from Scotland, someone from Lagos, Nigeria, UK, Lagos, Lokoja, Nigeria, Ontario, Toronto. They will say it's Toronto. They don't pronounce it the normal way. Okay, that's good. Alberta, Canada. We have someone from Ghana. We have someone from Nigeria. Fantastic. It's good to have you guys here. So regardless, I know it's evening for some people, it's afternoon for some people. Regardless, I'm not gonna spend too much time on the call today just because it's evening for those guys in Nigeria and Ghana. It's pretty late for you guys already. So I won't keep you on the call too long, but I can guarantee you one thing. One thing I will guarantee you, if you spend your time with us in the next 1 hour, 32 hours maximum, you will learn something that will change the way you work on a daily basis. Trust me, learning this skill has changed so many things I do on a day-to-day basis. So many things that makes us look busy at work. Okay, it actually should be automated. Okay, so I'm going to explain everything as we go on. Okay, so now, if this is your first time, put a one in the chat. So if this is your first time, quickly, if this is your first time attending any of our masterclass, any of 10 Analytics masterclass, if this is your first time, I want you to put a one in the chat. Number one. All right. We have three people, just three, four people. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 11, 17, 17, 18. Who remembers that guy was 17, 11? All right. So we have quite a number of newcomers, and guess what? We actually we're waiting for you to join our session. All right. So the ushers are going to take you to the newcomer seats on your right. When you go to your right, you will see the newcomer. We've designated a particular set of seats for you guys. So we're going to be serving you small chops, Viju milk, or any kind of drink you're looking for, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, any drink you want, for first timers, okay? So go to the right. You will see the usher is they're going to direct you to the right. All right. For first timer, you want trophy for first timer. Kadiri, you're going to be on your own on that one. All right. Anyways, I think I'm liking you guys already. I like the interaction I'm getting in the chat, and I don't want you guys to stop that, okay? Because we're going to be having a lot of interactions in class today, and we're going to be learning a lot, okay? Let me tell you that we're going to be learning a lot. Okay, so let's jump straight into it. For people who are just joining us for the first time, I'm just going to introduce. I'm just going to go into what 10 Analytics is all about very quickly. So 10 Analytics is an educational technology firm. What we do essentially is train, upskill Africans and, help them land tech jobs at home and abroad. All right. So regardless of your location, even though you're in Nigeria, you're in the UK, you're in Canada, all we do is help Africans land tech jobs across the world. All right. So how do we do this? We use our unique style approach, which is called the experiential learning approach. Okay. So we train people based on experience. So now that's a very tricky one. Okay, don't worry. You see, it's based on projects. Now, these projects are not just regular projects that you find online. They're projects that we have worked on in actual business case. So, like myself, I have close to a decade experience. I've worked as a consultant, as a freelancer. I've worked across different businesses in the UK, Ireland, across Europe, and even some in America. Okay, so these projects I've worked on over time, and those are the projects that we use in training people. All right. So, and not just my own projects, we have a pool of experts cutting across different sectors. Okay, from Apple, Facebook, Amazon, you know, what do you call it? McKinsey, KPMG, Deloitte, so on and so forth. We bring a pool of people together and leverage their experience in order to train people. So this project that they do on a daily basis is what we use in training our participants. So after the training program, you are actually gaining experience rather than just learning. Okay. So that thing that what I just talked about today, you're going to see the action in class today. You'll see exactly how people learn faster, more efficiently. So when people are looking for wealth of experience, people are looking for experience. All right. When it comes to analytics to learn and also gain experience while they're learning. Okay. So essentially, that's what we do at Analytics. We're about 3 years old. We've been doing this for the past 3 years. We've done quite a number of things. We've achieved quite a number of things. Our key numbers for last year, we did a lot of, work last year, getting people into tech. Now we are very proud about the number 300. Okay, and that's because, just give me a second. All right. All right. So only get a pen. All right, so we're very proud about the number 300 because we helped 300 people transition into tech last year. Now, these 300 people are people without any prior experience. So we had people that moved, changed jobs. All right, they were working as software developers and they got a job as a data scientist, or they're working in supply chain, or they got a job as a supply chain analyst. So these people had experience before, but these 300 people had no prior experience. All right. And that's why we are really proud about the number. 300 people last year without any prior experience transitioning into tech. Now, these people cut across entrepreneurs, people that had no experience, that had never actually worked in the actual sense, in the business sense. Now, there's one particular person I'd like to speak about, a lady, all right? She left Nigeria. She used to be a baker, okay? Left Nigeria, the way that everybody's relocating out of the country, went to the UK. She currently resides in the UK, went through the training program, the data science training program, and now she works as a data scientist with the NHS. So we have a ton of them like that had no prior experience, came into analytics, gained that experience, learned the skill, and were able to land jobs. So we did 300 last year. I was like, we want to push the boundary this year to do more, to get more Africans in tech, get more people interested in tech, and also get them to land tech roles across the world, not just at home, but also abroad. Okay. So we have our participants have gone on to get jobs across different countries, different organizations. So we have people working at HSBC, Axel Mansard, UBA, Grand Merchant Bank, Cognizant, Amazon, Revolut, Seplat, PZ, so on and so forth. And trust me, if I should add all the people that have gotten jobs, their all logos should be here. It should be a lot tinier than this, but just some of them. Some of our participants work with these organizations. Okay. So we did a lot last year. We got a lot of publications. We got featured in Business Day, Nairametrics, PR Fire. So PR Fire is based in the UK, all right, based in Europe, not just in the UK. And they wrote also about, like I said, we did a lot last year, all right. Analytics reiterates commitment to help Africans get tech jobs in Europe. So those are the things, and you can see Business Day wrote the same article, something very similar. Analytics help Africans across 4 continents land tech jobs. So our own art, the main thing for us is not just learning skill. Yes, it has gone past that. All right. Because if I'm going to be learning a new skill today, it's not just for the fun of it. It is for me to get a better job, a better career, better money. Money, most especially for me, I won't lie to you. All right. So I like money, and I guess you also like money. All right. So we also this year we've done quite a number of initiatives this year. We gave 300 women, heavily discounted prices on all our courses. So we gave 300 women, access to tech. And if you look at it in the real sense of it, it's not just Africans that there's a deficit in the market. So African is one of the deficits, but a major deficit is even female in tech. So we did that to commemorate the IWD, the International Women's Day, and we gave 300 women, also made it to the news. Tech Cabal, reported that also. So we did our first data analytics hackathon. These are the judges from the hackathon. Misha Conway is currently the head of data science with Lloyds Bank Group here in the UK. Sadiq Akintola also is an AI leader with Google, currently works with Google. Sebastian currently works with Cambridge University. Olamide also works with Wema Bank, is the head of data and insight with Wema Bank. So, these are the caliber of people that we have in our arsenal, we have as pool of experts that we leverage them in order for them to help people into tech. All right. So that's just about what we've done about analytics, just a brief overview of what we do, okay, and what we are proud about. Now, a little bit about myself, okay, handling the session today. My name is Ifemena April. I am the co-founder of Tenalytics. Also, I've worked across different sectors, different institutions, different businesses, small, medium, large enterprises across the world. All right. Currently, I lead the business data support team, okay, with the UK, with the Post Office UK. Prior to that, I've worked as a data scientist, a global business systems analyst, logistics analyst, supply chain analyst. I've worked in logistics, healthcare, gaming, so on and so forth. So I have quite a number of experience across different sectors, and that's why I am here today standing with you or sitting down with you, telling you about how to automate Excel reports. So quickly, yeah, quickly. I want to know why do you want to transition into tech, first of all? So we know we are all on the same page. Okay. So quickly in the chat, could you just put it, why do you want to transition into tech? Why would you want to transition into tech quickly? Let's see. Please, can class be recorded? The session is recorded already. The session is recorded. You'll get a recording. Tech is the new order. Curiosity, want to learn a new skill and make more money. money. Are we going to get the video to this session 100%? If you wait to the end of the session, you get a recording. For Mula, most people are looking for to get into tech because of the money, which is good. Absolutely fantastic. All right, that's good. Tech is a new oil. Data is a new oil. I want software and a good living and a living wage. Okay, I guess it's a good living. All right. All right. So yes, all good, all fine. Learn a new skill, little or no code developments. Oh, fantastic. That don't laugh out loud. Don't worry, we're going to talk about that briefly today. Okay. For money now. Okay. Language we speak. Okay. All right. That's fine. Fantastic. All right. So let's go back into the session. Okay. I've seen the reason why most of you are here. And truth be told, that was the same reason why I transitioned. I wanted a role where I had the flexibility, first of all, flexibility over anything. So flexibility, be able to make more money, all right, significant money. So right now, I don't do full-time work anymore. I do more freelance and contract roles across the UK and freelance across the world, literally anywhere I get a contract, I'm working on it. And I do a lot of work in Nigeria. Funny enough, I do a lot of work in Nigeria. So freelance work on projects for organizations, top organizations across Nigeria itself. All right. So, anyways, that's kind of flexibility that I was looking for, and I was able to achieve that. And I'll explain the reasons why I'm able to achieve this. Okay. So let's just go about what we are going to be talking about today. So, like I said, it's 9 o'clock. I don't want to keep you guys too much on the call. So just give me 1 hour of your time, just maximum 1 hour of your time. Okay. And trust me, you're going to get a lot from this training session. All right. So number one, what are we going to do today? We are going to automate Excel reports using online Excel, Office Script, and Power Automate. Now, this is a fundamental thing that, honestly speaking, from my own experience, it happens a lot. All of a sudden, from nowhere, you just get an email. Ifemena, dear Ifemena, we've been doing this. We want you to create a report that tracks this, or can you kindly please, extract this data and, perform this analysis? You think it's just a one-off report. You think it's just a one-off report, or you think it's actually it might not be a report, all right? You would feel like it's just a one-off task, okay? Kindly create this document, and all of a sudden, it will now become your job to create that every day, every week, every month. Has anybody been in this situation before? If you have, put a yes in the chat. You've ever been in this situation. Something is not your job. They just get an email, create this document, create this report, and all of a sudden it becomes your job to create it every single day. I can see quite a number of yes. All right. And that would just increase your own work. Do you understand? It's very, very frustrating. It honestly pisses me off. Now, it used to piss me off, no doubt about that, but currently it doesn't piss me off anymore because I easily automate those kind of reports, all those ad hoc reports. All right, I can easily automate those ad hoc reports. So bear in mind again, let me just reiterate, the session is fully recorded. Only the people that wait to the end of the session get access to the recording. So that I'm just pleading for 1 hour, 30 minutes max of your time, and you get a recording of the session. All right. So we're going to be talking about Power Automate, how to use automate Excel reports using online Excel, Office Script, and Power Automate. Okay. So we'll also talk about the pathway to becoming a Power Platform developer. Now, this is a career path most people are sleeping on. Like people are literally sleeping on Power Platform developers. All right. And I'll explain the reason why. Now, I'll talk about the pathway to becoming a Power Platform developer and securing a job, not just learning for learning's sake. You need to get a job. You need to get something that will earn you money. Do you understand? That's exactly what we're talking about. All right. Remote full-time and tech relocation opportunities would also be discussed. Then we have a special offer, or I have a special offer for you. Okay. So I have a special offer for you. If you wait to the end of the session, you get to learn more, okay, about the special offer. Analytics Growth Internship Program. This is one key thing that's helped quite a number of our participants transition into tech. And that's exactly what I'll be talking about today. I'll be shedding more light on the Analytics Growth Internship Program. So the key thing we're going to be talking about is how to automate. Then we'll also talk about how you can transition into Power Platform developer, tech relocation opportunities, special offer. And so once you wait to the end of the session, you will hear everything about what we're talking about. Plus, you also get access to the recording. So let's talk about automating Excel reports, okay? So let's jump straight into practical, okay? So have you guys heard of Power BI before? First of all, have you guys heard of Power BI? Have you ever seen Power BI? You've heard of Power BI? You've used Power BI? Have you heard of Power BI before? So I can see Tim Lulu have one. Okay, yes, heard of, yes, used it, fantastic. Yes, I've heard of it. I've heard of, okay, yes. So like quite a number of yes, okay, quite a number of yes. So I see one no, okay, all right, that's good. That's also fine if you've never heard of it. All right. So now the next question I want to ask now, okay? The next question is, do you know Microsoft Power Platform? Yes or no? No, okay. Do you know Power Platform? No, no, no. So quite a number of no. Now, this is the beauty, yeah. This is why I say people are sleeping on this career part. Okay. Now, quite a number of people don't know Power Platform. Okay. Quite a number, a huge number of people don't know about Power Platform. Now, do you know Power BI? Okay, obviously, if you don't know Power Platform, you would not know, you don't know Power Platform, you don't know the tools in the Power Platform. Now, the cool thing about Power Platform is that Power Platform is is a platform that houses five technologies. Five. One, two, three, four, and five. So Power Platform, Power BI is just one of the tool inside the Power Platform. Power BI is just one of the tool inside the Power Platform. Okay. So when you see the Power BI, if you've ever used Power BI, you see how powerful it is, how dynamic it is, how easy it is to learn, so on and so forth. So Power BI is just one of the tool inside the Power Platform. We also have Power App, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent, and Power Pages. Now, Power App is used for what? App development. So to create applications for the organization. So organizations are looking for people that can use Power App to do what? To create application. Power Automate to do what? To automate business processes. That is what we're going to be using today. We're going to be using Power Automate today to automate a report. Okay. And you see how easy it is to use Power Automate. Power Virtual Agent to create AI-enabled chatbots. Okay, chatbots. So sometimes you go online and you feel like you're chatting. You go online on some pages, some e-commerce sites and stuff like that, and you're chatting with a chatbot. But meanwhile, you feel like you're chatting with a customer service representative. You see the picture of the person there, all right, and you feel like you're chatting with the person. Meanwhile, you're actually chatting with a chatbot. So you will be able to create those kind of chatbots using the Power Virtual Agent. Now, fifth one is Power Pages. Now, Power Pages is for web development. Is for web development. Okay, so these are the tools inside the Power Platform. So most people focus majorly on Power BI, all right, which is used for business analytics, which is used for analytics, so on, business intelligence and all that. But what about all other tools inside the Power Platform? What about the other tools? Why do you neglect them? So there's actually a career path, a sweet career path called Power Platform. Now, let me just quickly show you this. Let me just because I like working with numbers. Okay, so I'm just going to go to my browser and I'm going to show you this job sites. I'm going to go to read.co.uk. All right, so I'm based in the UK. You can go to your own local site to look for jobs. So if you're in Canada, you're in Nigeria, or you're looking for remote jobs, these are places you can go to. So I'm going to search for Power Platform developer. I'm just going to search for Power Platform, and you see, sorry, Power Platform. Okay, so Power Platform, you see this. This is Power Platform developer, Power Platform developer, 45 to 70K, Power Platform developer, 36 to 41K, Power Platform developer, 30 to 40K, Power Platform developer, 60 to 75K, Power Platform developer, 30 to 41,000 pounds per annum. So these are Power Platform developer roles available currently in the UK, and this is just v.co.uk. You can go on LinkedIn, you can go on Indeed, you can go on different sites, and you will see all these roles being available. Now, I'm still going to explore to you because it's all most people think that it's just Power Platform developer you can get a job as, but there are quite a number of other roles you can actually do as a Power Platform developer. So I would show you all these kind of jobs you can go for, the kind of things you can do, so on and so forth, and I'm going to explain it to you. So there are quite a number of jobs available that people don't even know exist. Okay. And all we're saying is learn the skill, okay, and you can easily transition. So, anyways, I'm going to talk more about the career paths, how you can land a job, how there's things you need to learn, so on and so forth. Okay. So let's talk about that. Okay. How do you automate Excel reports using Office Script and Power Automate? So the two things we're going to learn today is Office Script and Power Automate. Office Script and Power Automate. Now, what is Office Script? A lot of you would have heard of VBA. VBA. Have you guys heard of VBA before? VBA. Have you heard of VBA in Excel? If you heard of VBA before, put in chat. Okay, no. Alpha said no. Quite a number of people. No, 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 no. So we have very, very Visual Basic here. That's correct. So we have a lot of no's in the chat. Okay. All right. Anyways, if you don't know Visual Basic, it's good and it's good. It's not necessary anymore because Excel, Microsoft has actually disabled. They've actually stopped updating VBA. They stopped it. They stopped working on VBA. So you can't get any latest updates on Excel on VBA. So VBA has stopped. Whatever years back VBA existed, that's the last edition. So what Microsoft they're doing now is they are building what we call Office script. So they use Office script rather than using VBA. So Office script is replacing or has replaced VBA. So don't worry about VBA, okay? Just work with Office script. So if you've not heard of VBA, you are fine, you're okay. They are not updating that one again. This is the one they are using, okay? You can Google it, do your research, you will see everything is online, all right? So we're going to be using Office script. So essentially, Office script allows you to automate tasks in Excel. Office script allows you to automate tasks in Excel. Now, the problem with VBA, okay, I'm going to tell you the default, the problems with VBA, okay, and I'll tell you why Office script is replacing VBA, okay. So VBA, you're going to be writing codes, okay. You write code in order for you to automate your task in Excel, okay, and also it cannot run. You can automate, but you need to manually, go into the file and click on it, click a button or click an action or perform an action in order for that, your automated task to take place. Take, for example, you want to copy and paste, you want to move things around, you have to open that document and click on the button in order for those things to happen. But with Office scripts, because it is running online, I don't need to open anything. Okay. If I want to schedule it at a certain time, I can say at 9 o'clock every day, run this report. You understand? So it's more dynamic, it is faster, all right? It is easy to deploy and so much more. All right. So we're going to be working with Office scripts, okay? And we're also going to be working with how to automate. So let me just jump straight into it because we just have about 1 hour, okay, to be on the call. So I'm not gonna waste too much time. So it's not micro, it's macro, okay? Macro. So it's not the same as macro. So VBA is more dynamic than macro, okay? And Office script is more dynamic than VBA. It's just like that, okay? So let's do it together quickly. I'm not going to waste too much time. I know all of us are tired, we've had a long day, so I'm going to just be very brief about this, okay? So I'm going to go to my OneDrive, okay? So this is my OneDrive, and I'm going to be using this in class today, okay? Just give me a second. Let me just see what I can do with this. I'm just trying to get myself sorted out. All right. So with what we have here, this is what we're going to be doing today. This is the reports we want to automate. So I have the files here. Okay. So I'm going to explain this. This is the file. This is the January file. Okay. This is the January file. So let's say this is the report I create every month. Okay. So if somebody sends me this report, this data to say that if Imena, I need you to create a report from the data. Okay. Now let me explain the data. Okay. This is a supply, this is a logistics, supply chain kind of data. And I'll explain it, you understand it. It's very easy to understand. Okay. So you have the package ID, okay, meaning that whenever you order for something on Amazon or you order on Jumia or Fiverr or any website where you order for stuff, the moment you order for a product, a unique ID is given to you when you order for a product. Okay. So that unique ID, you can go online and use that ID to track the project, to track the what they call it, your package. Okay. So this is the package ID. Okay. Now destination is where the product is going to. Okay, so you can see some of them are going to Manchester, Liverpool, Bradford, Glasgow, London, so on and so forth. So you see these are going to different locations in the UK. Okay, all right. So destination is basically where the package is going to. Okay. The customer basically is we are a third party logistic company, meaning that we deliver for people. So you see all those people that are driving bike, okay, that are delivering stores in Lagos. All right. So they're not delivering their own products, they're delivering another person's product. So if you're selling air online, okay, you give that air. If somebody buys a product from you, you give the air to that motorcycle person. Okay, that motorcycle person delivers the product. So that person is just a middleman. The motorcycle guy is just a middleman that delivers for different distributors that deliver for different sellers. So there might be 10 sellers, okay, but there's one distributor that distributes air, shoe, bag, whatever they're selling. So this business is delivering for different businesses, eBay, Amazon, Nike, so on and so forth. So they deliver for different top tier customers in the UK. All right. These are actual projects that I'm talking about. Okay. So I'm explaining to you. So this is the project, the parcel, this is the package ID, where the package is going to be delivered, the customer of those products. So this person ordered for this particular product. This person is in Manchester. This person ordered the product on eBay. Okay. The order date when the person ordered for the product, this is the date. So this person ordered for the product on the 6th of January 2022. On the 6th of January 2022. All right. Expected delivery date. Okay, the date the person is supposed to get the parcel is the 7th of January. But the person also got this is the actual delivery date, the date that we as a business delivered the product. Order date is when the person ordered for the product. Expected delivery date is when they will send you a message whenever you order for a product. They'll tell you the expected delivery date. Now, there's also the actual delivery date. So expected and actual, sometimes they're not the same thing. Take, for example, this particular one. So looking at this one here, this was meant to be delivered. Expected delivery date was the 24th of January. Was the 24th of January, but it was delivered on the 4th of February. So there's a discrepancy in there. So this is the reason why they say we should create this report. Okay? This is the reason they want to be able to track, what parcel, what package was not delivered on time. Which package was not delivered on time. Okay? And you look at delivery cost and you look at budget cost. So you see, this is the budget cost is how much we as a business we are budgeting for the delivery of that product. So for this product now, we budgeted 61 pounds or $61. All right. But the delivery cost was 11. So meaning that we made more money on delivering that parcel. We made about 50 pounds, okay, delivering this particular parcel. So that's where we make our money. Whenever we deliver a parcel, we make small money, we make a cut. Okay, so we budgeted 60 pounds, but we actually spent 11 pounds delivering that product, meaning that we're making money. So the CEO sends me this report all of a sudden one day, sent me the data and said that we need to be able to track, delivery. Everything happens every month. So we want to know how many parcels were delivered late. So we can send, messages, we can track the reasons why they were late. Okay, and I'll tell you the reasons why we did this. Very, very simple. We actually found out from this report, okay, it's a bit more, we added more data anyways, okay, but I had to shrink it down so that you can understand better as beginners. All right. But essentially, this report, let me tell you the truth, okay? When we did this report, we found out that drivers were not delivering some parcels. One, some of them were stealing the parcels, okay? All right, some people were actually stealing parcels, okay? They were pilfering the parcels, okay? But those data, we've taken them out. Some of the things also were delivery drivers were consciously staying out longer than expected. So, anyways, they were staying longer than expected because it is by hour. So most organizations here in the UK, across the UK, are paid per hour wages. Okay, so the longer you spend outside, the more the money. Do you understand? So if they're able to deliver 30, 50 parcels in a day, let's say 50 parcels in a day. All right, we don't want to deliver 50 because if they finish 50 today, what would they do tomorrow? Do you understand? And there's always business anyways, all right? So they would like to spend more time outside. They will not even deliver all the parcels. And that's where you see this kind of discrepancies where, something I was meant to deliver on the 24th of January was delivered on the 4th of February. So that discrepancy, okay, started to arise. So we needed to do this analysis. Like I said, the data was more than this. I shrunk it into a bit small so that you can easily understand. So anyways, that's a little bit backstory about the data, okay? Now let's talk about how can we automate this report. Now, the beauty about Office Script is it runs only on online Excel. It runs only on online Excel. So you need online Excel and it's a free of charge, okay? All you need is a Microsoft account. Just go to office.com, register. You can use your Gmail to register. It really doesn't matter. It's very free. It's one of the freest thing you can get, online Excel. All right. So once you get online Excel, actually you see there, okay? It's literally staring at me in the face. Let me get a pen so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Sorry, I'm looking for a pen. Where's my pen? Okay, we'll just write this here a little. So you see it here, literally see it, automate. All right. So I think I see if you've never seen this before, don't worry. That's why Analytics is here to show you. You see it here, literally automate Excel, automate. Now let me show you how to do it. Let me show you quickly. Once you click on automate here, you will see record actions. You'll see new script. Okay. So for people like myself that have quite a number of experience writing the script personally, I can create a new script by writing it by myself. Okay. But obviously you're just beginners. So I want to expect you to know how to write scripts on the first day. So you see this record action button that you have here. Beautiful, delicious. Automate by recording the action. So what would I do? I'll click on record. Let's record our actions, okay? So once you click on the button, anything you do in Excel is recorded. And because it is online, I don't need to be clicking the button for me to automate my report. I can do it. I can go on leave and my report will be running by itself. Do you understand? Because this is online Excel. It is online. Anything that is web-based can be automated without human interference, without me coming to click a button or whatsoever. This thing will run by itself beautifully. Do you understand? So let's record the action and do it together. Who is ready? Should I record? Should I press record? Put yes if I should record. Let me know you guys. Okay, fantastic. Who are the people? Only 2 people are following me. I'll run away. All right. All right. Okay, press the button. Okay. All right, let's go. So let me show you. Once you click on the record actions, okay, ensure you know exactly what you want to do because you're going to record everything you're doing. Okay, it's literally like you drawing on a Canva. So there's nothing like erase. Okay, let's just assume there's nothing like erase. Okay, so once you click on record actions, just start doing what you need to do. Okay, so I'll click on record actions, and now you see it here. It's recording is recording my actions. So everything I do here, whatever analysis I do here, it's going to be recording my actions. So I'll come to this next line. Let me start my analysis. So the first thing I want to analyze is the expected delivery dates and order dates. So I want to know, is there a discrepancy between the dates they said they are going to deliver this product and the day the product was actually delivered? Sorry, actual and expected. All right. So me, I'm expecting parcel today. I'm expecting my package today, but the package came 2 days or 3 days or 10 days, after. There's a problem somewhere. Okay. All right. So that's the first thing I want to find out. The delivery dates, discrepancy. All right. Or let me just say variance. Okay. So I'll come here and I'll type in delivery date variance. Okay. And I'll press enter. You see exactly what you write here. The moment I wrote this and I pressed enter, you see edit 1. Edit 1. You see that's the first step. Now I'll continue anyways. You see the beauty of this. So the next part of it is I want to do a date difference between the two of them. All right. So equals to, our price equals to actual delivery date, okay, minus, okay, let me do the other way around. So I have positive values. So expected delivery date, let me do the other. So I want a positive value. So let me use actual delivery date minus expected delivery date. Okay, so I'll get, for this particular one, I will get 0. For this particular one, I will get 0 because the expected delivery date was 7. Okay, 7th of January, and it was delivered on the 7th of January. So there's no discrepancy, there's no variance in there. All right. So what I'll do next is to autofill downwards, autofill down. Okay. So I'll come to the bottom right and I'll double click on it. Okay. And you see autofill all the way down to the end. Okay. It's going to autofill it all the way down to the end. And you see it here, every action I'm taking is recorded. So edit I1, this is it here. Field range I2, field range I2. So you see field range I2. So we're going to fill it down to the end. Fantastic. That's the second part. Now, you see some packages are 11 days. How is the parcel 11 days? The parcel that we were to deliver on the 24th and the 26th, they were delivered on the 6th and the 4th of February. There's something wrong. And this is the reason why they ask us to create this report. So they can track, why was this order, why was this package late? Then you now drill in. You go to logistics, you go to the driver, you meet up with the driver. Why was this package late? You understand? So on and so forth. Anyways, let's create a category, because senior level people, they don't like to see all these numbers that we have here. Nobody likes to see numbers. Trust me, nobody cares about numbers. What they want to see is actionable points. And that's what your role is as a developer. All right. So let's do this together. So I'll call this delivery date variance category. I'll call it category. Okay. So, and you see everything I'm doing here is recorded. Every single thing I'm doing is being recorded, So at any point in time, anytime I need this thing to run, okay, even though it's next month, I'll teach you everything. You see how beautiful this thing is. Beautiful. You won't work again. You won't do any reports in your life again. You automate all your reports in the office. All right. So this is me giving you free of charge. You won't stress yourself again after today. So let's go. Let's go ahead to do this. Okay. So now delivery date category is what we want to do. Okay. So very simple. What I want to do is, if it is 0, what does that mean? Can anybody try? If the delivery date is 0, what will happen? What is the meaning? What is the implication? All right. What's the implication? Anybody? On time. Fantastic. So if the delivery date is 0, it means it was delivered on time. It means it was delivered on time. There was delivered on time. Okay, so 0 means that there's no discrepancy. The day they were expecting it was the day they got it. Simple. 0 days. All right. But you see, now I have 11 days here. I have 14 days here. I have 6. I have 8. So I only want like 4 categories. Let's say 4 categories. So 0 is delivery on time. Fantastic. Beautiful. All right. So 3 days, I would say delivery within 3 days. So if the delivery was within 3 days, okay, delivery within 3 days. Okay, I'll do another one for 6, delivery within 6 days, and another one for 10, delivery within 10 days, and above 10 days. Okay, so that's exactly what I want to do. So I want to be able to categorize. So when the CEO is looking at my reports, they will know that, oh, how do we have 70 parcels that were delivered within 6 days? Can I see those, actionable points? That's what you're doing as an analyst, as a developer, whatever it is. All right, that's what you're trying to do. So they can easily see that, oh, so we have 70 parcels that were delivered within 6 days. Why? Really find out why this particular thing happened. Oh, we have 40 that were delivered above 10 days. Red flag. Sack that driver immediately. Do you understand? Anyway, I'm not talking about sacking anything. All right, but but we need to drill in to find out the reasons why. That's the reason why we're creating this report. Okay. So now let's quickly create this category. Now, you don't need to be an Excel guru. We are going to teach you all these things in class. Okay. Don't worry. I'm just showing you how you can create this beautifully. All right. So I'll use the if function. There's something we call the if function. So I'll say if I tell you, say, I love you. So if I sing in class, bear in mind that I used to be an artist in my past life. So I still know how to sing very well. So if I tell you, say, I love you, what will happen? My money, my body belongs to you. Simple. That's a condition. Based on a condition, something should happen. Okay. So you see it here. All right. So okay, if the delivery variant states, if this particular day, let me zoom in a bit so you can, oh, let me delete this and press enter. Okay. I'm going to zoom in a bit so you can see my screen. I don't want to zoom too much. Oh, sorry. Okay, I think this should be okay now. So I'll come here and I'll put if function equals to if this particular day is equals to 0. If it is equals to 0, okay. All right. If it is equals to 0, I would say delivery on time. Okay, delivery on time. So if the variance day is equals to 0 on time, there's no issue with the delivery. There was no issue at all. 0, no issue. Okay. All right. But you see, when this delivery date again is less than or equals to 3, it means what? The delivery was within 3 days. So it's not too bad. We'll work on it. So if it is less than or equals to 3, delivery within 3 days. Okay, comma. If the delivery date again, if, okay, the delivery date is less than or equals to, I would say 6 days, I would say again, delivery within 6 days. Okay. Again, if, but I want all the way to 10 days, if this is what less than or equals to 10, okay, I would say what again? Delivery within 10 days. Now, if it doesn't fall into 0, it doesn't fall into 3, it doesn't fall into 0 days, it doesn't fall into 3 days, it doesn't fall into 6 days, it doesn't fall into 10 days, it means the delivery was above 10 days. So it is not equals to 3. It is not equals to 6. It is not equals to 10. Okay, what else? It means it's above now. It's not 0. It is not 3. It's not 6. It's not 10. It means it is above 10. You understand? So if it doesn't fit into all those categories, we'll give it delivery above 10 days. Okay, and I'll close all the E functions I created. All right, so I open how many? 1, 2, 3. Okay, to 3, I close it 3 times. Okay, no, 4. Like no, 1, 2, 3, 3. Yes, I'll press enter. So there's an error there somewhere. So there's an E function. I should put an E function here. Okay, we'll close it one more time. Press enter. Yes. So you see 0 is giving me delivery on time. Okay, 0 is giving me delivery on time. All I have to do now is drag it down, take it downwards, autofill. All right, autofill downwards. Okay, autofill. And you see 11 days is delivery above 10 days. 14 days, delivery above 10 days. 4 days, delivery within 6 days. Within 6 days. So 4 is within 6 days. 9, you see delivery within 10 days. So these are the things that you're going to learn. Okay. All right. So don't stress yourself. Okay. So we have 9:49. I'm trying to be very time conscious. Okay. So another thing I would like to look at is the delivery cost and the budget cost. Delivery cost and budget cost. And bear in mind, we are automating this report. Bear in mind that we're also, even the way we are learning and we're doing this, we are automating this report. Okay, and I'll show you exactly what it is. So the next thing is delivery. You see this cost. We want to know if you're making profit or loss. Do you understand? So you see, we budgeted 61 here. We delivered the delivery cost. The actual cost of delivering that parcel was 11, but we budgeted 60. So we made money. We made £50. We made $50. So CEOs want to see this kind of we're making money. Do you understand? All right. So you see this also. We made a loss. We budgeted 69, but we spent 78. Oh, that's a bit too much. All right. So we need to find out, how to reduce the cost, so on and so forth. Same thing with this. We budgeted 74, but we actually spent 33. So you see some of the way somehow they are offsetting one another. All right. So, but anyways, let's categorize. Okay. First of all, we'll do cost variance. Okay, cost variance. Okay. Quickly, we'll say equals to the budget cost minus the delivery cost. Okay, you can do it any way you want, really, it doesn't matter. And I'll press enter. So you see, we made $50. We made $50 on this, or £50, any currency, 50 naira. 50 naira is very small, so let's use dollar and pounds. Okay. All right. Then I would autofill this all the way down. All right. So you see, I have negative. Some of the ones here, they are in negative. So you see -9, it means that we made a loss on that transaction. We made a loss. This one -2, we made another loss on this transaction. -49, -14, -14, -10, so on and so forth. So, all right. Last but not the least, okay, you can just categorize it into profit or loss. Well, it really doesn't matter. I'm not going to waste our time to do that. You could use the E function again to categorize profit, loss, so on and so forth. All right. So let's create a very small report, very small. I don't want you guys to get too confused. Okay. Let's create a very small report for the CEO so they can see. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is this delivery on time. Okay. I want to show a report like a diagram, a chart that would show exactly what's delivery on time, how many was delivered on time, how many was delivered within 3 days, so on and so forth. So let's quickly create our report. Equals to unique. I'm going to use a unique function. Okay, unique function. So unique function is going to extract only unique values. So it's not going to take all the duplicates you have there. It's only going to get the unique values. I'll press enter. So you see it here. In this particular column, you have many duplicates, but these are the unique values in this particular column. In column J, these are all the unique values. So you see it here, delivery on time, delivery above 10 days, delivery within 6 days, delivery within 3 days, and delivery within 10 days. So we have above 10 days and we have within 10 days. They're two different things. All right. So now I want to count how many were delivered on time, how many were above 10 days, how many delivered within 6 days, how many delivered within 3 days, how many delivered within 10 days. So I want to tell the CEO that people are delivering more parcels above 10 days. Though. There's a problem here somewhere. So it's a monthly report. So we want to be able to tell the story to the CEO that these are things that happen in the month of January. These are the things that happen in the month of February, so on and so forth. So equals to, I'll use the count if formula, count if. So these are the things you will learn, don't worry. Count if, okay? Range, I'm going to come here to the range, comma, and delivery on time, comma, boom. So you see this, delivery on time, we have 372 packages were delivered on time. So what we did was we were counting basically. We went to this particular column and we were counting how many delivery on time. So what I'll do now is drag down to the end. Okay. So you see, delivery above 10 days. So packages that were delivered above 10 days, we have 68 of them were delivered above 10 days. All right. Delivery within 6 days, 61. Delivery within 3 days, 66. And delivery within 10 days, 52. So this is an alarm, okay, for the key stakeholders within the business to start facing, why do you have this? why did you have this? Why do you have all these kind of parcels that were not delivered on time? What were the major issues? Track all these things. All right. So let's put it in a visualization. So this place I'll put count. Okay. So we're counting. Okay. So I'm going to highlight this and I'm going to create a visualization. Okay. So I'll come here, highlight like I did already. I would highlight. That's the first thing I'll do. Come to insert, column charts. I'll insert a column chart. Okay. I'll zoom out a bit so I can move it to the side. So sorry, I'm zooming out and I'm zooming in. Sorry, it's just so that you can see my Excel sheet a lot better. Okay. So let me shrink this a little. All right. So this is the visualization. You can see it's there. Okay. You can see it there. All right. Delivery on time, delivery above 10 days, delivery within 6 days, so on and so forth. All right. So you could do as many reports as you can. If you want to get the total profit, you want to get anything you want to build, literally. Let me just do one other chart just for the sake of time. Let's look at customers. How many parcels were coming from each of these customers? So let me just quickly do that. I would also use the unique function to extract all the unique codes in this particular place. So unique for customer, close the bracket, press enter. Okay. So I'll come here, type in count. So I want to count how many parcels came in from eBay. So count if this particular column, comma, equals to what? Equals to eBay, close the bracket, press enter. So we have 209 parcels coming in from eBay, okay? And I'll drag it down to Nike, okay? I'll just autofill, okay? And you see, we have 209 coming from eBay, 221 coming in from Amazon, and Nike 189. So I like this again, insert, would insert the bar chart for this one, just to make it look different. So I can see Amazon, I have most of my orders coming in from Amazon. So we can add more, okay? I'm not going to do too much because obviously because of time and because of time constraints, so on and so forth. So let's just assume this is the report we need to build every single month. Now, it could be monthly, it could be daily, it could be so on and so forth. Okay, it could be anything. All right, anything. If you want to create a dashboard, you can do the same thing. I'm just making it very simple and straight to the point so you can understand what I'm saying. So the moment I finish, you see the stop button here. I'll click on stop. I'll click on stop. And you see it would have recorded my entire actions. So I'll need to zoom out a bit. Sorry. Okay, so I can zoom in on Excel rather than zooming in on the entire page. All right, so you see this here, I'm going to change the name. Instead of script one, I'll give it monthly delivery reports. Okay, and I'm going to press enter. So that's the name of my script, monthly delivery report. Okay, so now let's test. You can see the button here to run. You can see here to edit. Now, all the things that we just did, do you know there's a code behind it? Let me show you the code. Let me quickly show you the code. I'll show you the code. But don't get scared when I show you the code. Okay, don't get scared. Promise me. If you don't promise me, I won't show you. Anyways, I'm just messing. I'll show you. All right, don't get scared. Anyways, all right. Click on edit, and you see all the things that we did. There's a code behind it. There's a code behind it. And the beauty is, once you learn how to do that recording, you will understand the code better. Trust me, you understand. Now let me show you. See here, the first thing we did was to, you see this place where we wrote the formula, delivery variance, delivery date variance. That's the column I created. Okay, and see the formula is here, equals to this formula, F2 minus E2. So it's just all the things that we did was recorded in a code base. Okay, but anyways, you don't need to know the code for now. Don't worry, you don't need to stress yourself. All right, so you see that's it. Okay, so you're not coding. Trust me, you don't need to learn. You can learn the code as you go on to make it more dynamic, to make it more easy to use, more flexible, so on and so forth. But the base knowledge, you don't need the coding experience. Zero. All right. So Now, let's test this thing that we just did. Let's test it. Let's test it. So for testing purposes, you see this one, I wrote Jan test one, okay, just for us to test. But we actually have the January data that I've not done anything. So this is the January data that I have not done anything. This is an actual data. It's the same data with this one, the same data. Now let's do something. Let's test the code, our script that we wrote, okay, that we designed or that we created, okay? Let's test it out. Let's see if it is working. Let's see this magic that Ifemena has done this evening, if it actually works. So you see automate, I'm going to come to automate, and you see monthly delivery report. This is it here, all right? Monthly, this is a script I just created, okay? Monthly delivery report. I'm going to click on it. All right, moment of truth. This thing here, system used to embarrass people sometimes. So if you embarrass me, it's not my fault. It says Microsoft. Okay. All right. But anyways, it's gonna work. Don't worry. Bamboozle, I'll bamboozle you, don't worry. So click on run. You see the run here? I'm gonna click on run. Should I run? Let me run. Okay. Olaolu said I should run, so I'll run it. All right, let's see. 5-4. Beautiful. You see? Run the report beautifully. And it created my dashboard. Okay, you don't believe me, I'm going to delete it again, delete everything. Okay, close this page down, and I'll run it again because it was very fast. Some people will say that it's juju. Hey, man, which one be this one you did teach us? Do you understand? So this is the report. Nothing was done. Nothing was done. Now I want to run this report. Okay, I'm going to click on run. A few seconds, and it generates the report for me. Now this is January. So for people might say that Ifemena might have played some trick. So do you know what? I created a February data, February 2022. So let's check out February data. All right. So this is February data. So this is 2. You see 2 across all the data. This is 2. This is for February. All right. Automate, Office script. All right. Monthly delivery report. This is the script I created. And let's see for the month of February if there's any discrepancy. I'm going to run it. And it's the same thing. So you see this now, all right? eBay is more in February. So for January, who was more? Amazon was more in February, in January, I mean. While in February, we have more of eBay than any other customer, all right? Delivery on time, obviously, is still more, but we still have across. We can add labels, we can add colors, and so on and so forth. So perfectly. Now, this is not the beauty of it, though. This is just the tip of the iceberg because I have to be coming to click on run every month. If I want to create the report, when I get the data, I have to come here to be clicking on run. And to be honest, I no get time for that. I won't lie to you. I don't know about you. People might have time to come here and be running run every month. But me, I don't want to even talk. I don't want to see this data when it comes inside. When it comes inside, I want this report to run by itself and send it to the person. You know when they say back to send that, if you're Yoruba, you will know the song very well. Back to send that the Mofishi, whoa. All right. So I send it back to them. Immediately it comes inside, the office script will run and it will send it back to them immediately. Do you understand? No waste time. That's boost. Do you understand? That's boost. Take it outside. Take it outside. So that's where our automate comes from. So you see, Excel Office script runs perfectly online. You understand? Do you know what? For the February data, I'm going to clean it up so that I'll use it to test my Power Automate. Okay, so you see exactly what I'm talking about. All right. I'm going to clean it up, remove all the things that I have there. Okay, so I'm going to go to Power Automate quickly. I'll tell you this. I don't want to waste too much of your time. I know you've had a long day, so I'm not going to take too much of your time. So we have Power Automate. These are all Microsoft tools. Microsoft tools. And people are sleeping on this because the career path for this, even if you're a professional, you need to learn this to make your work easier, smoother, and sweet to use. All right. So you don't even have to be a tech bro. Literally, listen, I'm not a tech person. I'm not a tech professional. I'm a normal person. Do you understand? But anyways, let's talk about automating this using Power Automate. Let's go a step further. All right. So click on create. So this Power Automate, you use Power Automate to automate processes within your business, within the organization. I'll take questions at the end of it. I know you might have some questions. Okay. All right. So I'm going to click on create. Okay. And you see you can do these are templates. Templates means that you can just copy and use. Okay. So templates, if you don't want to create from scratch, you could just create and use. You could just manage, you can just use it. Take, for example, analyze email sentiments with AI Builder. That's too advanced for you guys, don't worry. So forward emails to a channel. So if you're working with teams, for example, so whenever you receive maybe a daily update, okay, maybe only you receives it, but you want to share with your team in a channel, whenever that email comes in, okay, you can easily just forward it to the team channel. So it's automated. Whenever that email comes in every day, it will forward it to the team channel. All right. So you can automate things across different channels, get notified of GitHub issues assigned to you. So if you're working with like developers and all that, so the moment you get a GitHub issue, all right, it sends you a message, a notification immediately. So automating processes within the business, email to phone calls to anything you want to do, really, you can automate it. Even with these reports that we're working on, I can automate that report. All right. So like I said, automated cloud flow. I'm going to use automated cloud flow. All right, automated cloud flow. Click on that. Okay. And I'm just going to skip. I'm just going to show you how to do it. All right. We might not be able to go through everything because it's 10 o'clock already. This is late. All right. So what I'm going to do is all my documents they are stored in OneDrive. So I have everything stored in OneDrive. Okay. I have everything stored in OneDrive. So I'll come here and I'll search for OneDrive. I'll search for OneDrive. So you see OneDrive for business. So that's what I'm using at the moment. OneDrive for business. So I'm going to click on that. So I'll say that when a file is created, when a file is created. So I'm going to click on that. When a file is created, I will tell it to go. You see this place, I created a folder specifically for my reports. Okay, so you see inside this report, there is nothing inside currently, nothing inside this folder. All right, nothing is inside that folder. So I'm going to say that when a file is created inside this report folder, I'm going to navigate to that report that I created. So you click on this folder icon and navigate to reports. You see the reports, Office script reports. If I come here, you see Office script reports. So I'm going to select reports because that's the folder I created for this, my delivery report. Okay, I'm going to click on that. So when a file is created in this folder, I will do what? I would apply. I'll come here and look for Excel online. Excel. Okay, you see it here, run script. So when a file is created, run script, run the script. Immediately when the file is created in OneDrive, run the script. Now, this script, what script? You've not defined it. So let's tell Excel, let's tell Power Automate the script to run. So location, I'm going to use OneDrive for business. So all my documents are in OneDrive, so I'm going to use OneDrive for business. All right. Document diary, okay, I'm going to use OneDrive. File, I'm going to use, so for the file, I'm going to use a dynamic field. So it's going to be file identifier, okay? And the script, I'll click the drop down and you see the script I created, monthly delivery report, monthly delivery report. So I'm going to click on that, all right? So this is the script I created. So whenever a new file is created, this script will run on that file. Every time a new file is created, this report will happen. This script is going to run immediately that file is created. So let me show you. I'm going to just save it as test delivery report. Okay. Okay. Sorry, that's not spelling of reports. All right. Test delivery reports. Okay. And I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it. Okay. And once I save it beautifully, it will tell you your flow is ready to go. We recommend you test it. We recommend you test it. And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So now, whenever a file is created inside this my report, so you see February, I've cleaned up February. So the February data, I've cleaned it up. Okay. So there's nothing attached to the February, nothing, no reports has been done for February. So you see February is clean. It's currently clean. Nothing, no report has been designed for it. But now I'm going to move this February file. I'm going to move it into reports and you see exactly what will happen. So the moment I move this to reports, I'm going to go to Power Automate and you'll see something real quick. Just give it a few seconds. All runs. I'm going to refresh. Okay, just give it a few seconds. So when the new file is created, run script beautifully. Okay, and now this one wants to mess me up. It's impossible. Okay, give me a second. Did it really move? Yes, it ran about a minute ago. Okay, so well, this is looking like Greek to me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So this is the word. It's very easy to understand. You see this? When a file is created in my reports folder, run a script. Run the script that we created. Okay? And this thing is giving me a problem now. Okay. Let me see where the potential issue is coming from. So give me a second. Let me just confirm. Did I save this? I saved it. Test manually. Okay. So I'm coming. Let me just move this backwards for where it is coming from. Move to the previous place. So I'll move it backwards, then I'll bring it back. I'll try it one more time. All right. So let me see. Test delivery report. Okay. This is turned on. Test manually. Boom. So let me just give it a second to see now, add a file to the OneDrive to see if it's selected. So let me just move it this time around. Let's see what happens. Like I said, systems would mess you up sometimes. So let me see. It's currently loading. So let me give it a second where the file is created. If it doesn't run now, I'll change something. I'll change something. All right. To see if this file is add the file to the OneDrive folder you selected. I've added a new file. So what is wrong with my internet? Okay, so you know what I'll do? Quickly edit something. So when a file is created, you know what? I will just delete that, or let me add something, add action, and delete this one. Sorry. There's a problem with working with systems sometimes. And let me use OneDrive again. Just want to do this. OneDrive for business. So when the file is created, when the file is modified, when the file is created, that's exactly what I'm looking for in this particular folder. Documents, reports, okay. Save, flow checker. Okay, no, I'm not selected. For this one, I'm going to use the file identifier. Okay, deliver report, save it, and test. All right. So this is exactly how it goes through. Okay. Boom. So let's try it again one more time. Okay. Move backwards. Move to documents. And today, my village people decided to. All right, let me see. Let me just save it. It doesn't matter. It's going to work. Oh. So this to report. So when the file is created in this folder, run this report. Run these reports. In the reports page. All right. So exactly, not sure why it's giving me this problem right now, but normally or ideally it should run. So what I wanted to also do was essentially start from the beginning. So if I get that email every day, let's say I get the email every day, all right, I could just easily, start from the email to say that when the email comes in Outlook, take for example, Outlook, all right, when it comes in an Outlook, you see, when a new email arrives, okay, I can add in functionality. So take, for example, somebody sends me that data, like I said at the start of the class, somebody sends me this data. So anytime they send me the data, they're always asking me to create the report. So whenever the email comes in, I can specify who the email is coming from. I can specify who could be CC'd on the email. I could just specify that it should include only attachment. So it's only when they send me the data, all right, guys, in an attachment, that's when the flow should run, so on and so forth. Subject filter, you could add a subject filter to say that maybe delivery data, delivery data coming in from somebody within the organization, so on and so forth. All right, importance of the email, any, so it could be low, medium, or high, is going to flag it up immediately. So only with attachment, yes. All right, it's only when that person sends an email with the subject data, with the subject of the email with delivery data. Once that thing comes in, I'm going to save it to a OneDrive. I will save the save OneDrive. Okay, save it to OneDrive. So you see OneDrive, create a file, create a file. So you see create a file in OneDrive. Sorry, create file. Okay. So once the email comes in, it's going to create a file with the attachment inside that OneDrive folder. So rather than whenever the person sends me email, it's going to save the file in my folder into OneDrive, run the script, and thereafter I can send email. I can send that email out to the person. So in Outlook, I could also send the person back the email. Okay. Send email with, okay, send email, send an email. Okay. So you see with the flow currently, once I create this flow, once the person sends me the image, it's going to create a file. It's going to save that file, that attachment. It's going to save it to my OneDrive. I'm going to run the script on that file, and thereafter I'll send the email and attach the. I will include the attachment, which is the folder, which is the document itself. So as the email comes in, so you see most times within the organization, that's where I work. So whenever I get the data, take for example, I work with HR, I work with finance, I work with logistics, supply chain, and they need me to do this kind of report on a monthly, weekly, regardless of it. So whenever they send the data, all I do is just I've automated the process, told them exactly what they need to do. So whenever they send the email, all right, it runs the flow. Once I get the email, it will save it to my OneDrive folder. After saving on OneDrive folder, it will run the script on that data and it will send the email directly back to them. So I don't even have interference with them. Okay, I don't even have interference with the data. Sometimes I just come and I confirm. I go to my flows and you see I have quite a number of things I have on my flows. Okay, so these are the things I've automated using the flows. Okay, using flow. All right. So whenever they send the email, that's exactly the flow it goes through. So I get the email. Okay, I didn't save it, unfortunately. So once I get the email, it saves it in the drive, runs the script, and sends the file back to them after it runs the script. So exactly that's how you automate a report using Power Automate and Office Script. But like I said, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, so there are so much more you will learn. Trust me, there is so much. What if the data is not clean? That's what you do. So once you clean up, that's the thing you do during the automation process. So when you're recording your script, you record your data transformation stage, how you clean the data, how you transform the data. So everything's recorded. So once you record everything and the email comes in the next time, you would always, it would go through that transformation stage. Okay. So you don't need to even stress yourself about cleaning data every month. Do you understand? So if you have any form of repetitive task that you do on a daily basis, Excel most especially, this is the fastest way you can, clean up this data or create your report. Now, I'm just going to use the next 30 minutes to walk you through, what I call one of the best track that you can actually find yourself. Okay. And now the reason why I'm saying this is you're going to learn 5 tools. You're going to learn 5 technologies in this program. You're going to learn Power BI. You're going to learn Power Apps. You're going to learn Power Automate. You're going to learn Power Virtual Agent, how to work with SharePoint, SQL, and Power Pages. Now, let me show you exactly one of the app I built in Power Pages, Power App. One of the apps I built in Power App. just quickly in 2 seconds, I'm going to show you. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to go to Power App. Okay. Okay, quickly, I'm going to quickly show you. All right. So Mercedes-Benz. So this is something I did, working for a company based in Canada. And I'm going to just quickly show you. All right. Just this is Power App. And this is you building an actual application. You building an actual business application without writing a piece of code. Just like we did, just like we did, just like we did with our Office script without writing code, we're able to automate processes in Excel. With this also, I did not write a piece of code to build this application. Now, if a new user comes in, okay, they can, sign up. An existing user can log in. So this is Power App I'm showing you currently. So sign up. I'm going to use somebody's name in the chat, okay? I'm going to use somebody's name, Fumilola. So Fumilola, I'm going to use the name Fumilola. All right. Last name, I'm going to use Tayo. All right. Password, okay. Password, I'm going to use 1234. Okay. So if Fumilola is a new user, she can sign up. Okay. So sign up successful. Click below to log in. Click here to log in. All right. So username, I'm going to write Fumilola. Fumi Lola. Right. And intentionally, I'm going to write the wrong password. Okay. And I'm going to log in. They tell you, forgot password, please contact admin. This was done without writing a piece of code. No code, zero code. All right. Username, I'm going to put in the right password now. Full me, Lola. Okay. Sorry, I didn't type that properly. Full me, Lola. Okay. And I'm going to put 1234. I'm going to click on login. And you see, it logs in immediately. So I just created created a name, a profile for Fumilola, and I was able to log in. Okay. So you see this, I can view gallery. So it's for a car company based in Canada. I built this for, this was a while back. Okay. And essentially I've adjusted it for training purposes, for showcasing purposes. So there's nothing about, all right. So you see view gallery, book a ride, view trips, and view booking. So everybody that comes for a test drive, all right, this automated the whole process of requesting for test drive, to see people that went on test drives, so on and so forth. So if I click on view gallery, for example, okay, you'll see the gallery of the cars available within the business, okay? So you see the Benz A2. If I click on this, VLB 250, manual, 2022. All right, the last person that went out on the last customer that went out on the test drive was Peter Salapo. All right, and it was Brima that took the person out. Okay, the duration was 23 minutes. So if I click on another car, it will tell me the customers and the rating, so on and so forth. So this one was David Alayobere that went on the car trip for this, and Joan Fobesi was the one that went for this particular one. Ibile was the customer, was the salesperson in charge of this. The duration was 46 minutes. So these were all done without writing a piece of code. No coding was done for this. All right. So you can see everything in there. You could also search. I could search for black to look at all the black cars, only black. So all the black cars, you see, I have just the black cars in there. All right. And I can easily search. I can do all the things I need to do. And you see, it is dynamic that whenever you click on the car, every information changes. Everything changes based on what you select over here. All right. You can go back to the home page and you can book a ride, you can view trips, you can view bookings, so on and so forth. So if I sign out, I can click here to sign out and it takes me back to the login page. So now, just because of time, I'm going to show you how to create a button. You see the select button, this sign up button. Let me show you exactly how to do it. Okay. So if I create a button, you see how without writing a piece of code. So how you build an application, when you click on submit, you click on that's a button. All right. So you can easily create these things by yourself. So you see this insert, you see it here, you see, you can insert a button. So it's no code, you're not coding anything. So click, and you see the button. Now click on the button and I'm going to write home page, the home page. All right. So once when you click on this button, I want it to move to the home page. I want you to go to the home page. Even though ideally it should not be like that, you should sign up, you should sign in so that people cannot just, people cannot just log into your application. They should be able to, they should sign in, ideally. All right. But let's just for the sake of showing you how to create one. All right. So you see this place here. So on select, what should happen? So on this drop down, there are so many things that can happen. Over color. If you over around this icon, what color should it be? Do you understand? So you're not really coding. We are creating applications. So you see on select, I'm going to tell it to navigate. Over here, I would say navigate, sorry, navigate. Okay, navigate to where? Navigate to gallery, home, or where? So you see all the pages I have here, home. So I'm going to say home page. Okay, I'm going to type in home. Okay, home, and I'll close the bracket, I press enter. Okay, so now if I click on the play button, and you see now it's a button. You see when I click on it, it's going to take me straight to the home page. All right, I sign out, I can go back, clicking the home page. So that's the button I just created without writing a piece of code, without doing anything of code. So you can change the colors, you can do all the things you need to do. So, all right, so there are quite a number of things you can do with Power Platform. All right, and the beauty is every of this application you're learning, there is a job role available for you. All right, take for example, I'm going to go to read.co.uk again. All right, so and you see, just search for Power App. Okay, just Power App alone. Okay, just Power App, just Power App. So you see, Junior Power App Developer, Graduate Power App Developer, Power App Developer, 40 Power App Developer, Senior Power App Developer, 200 to what? £284 per day. All right, Power Developer, Power Apps Developer. You see, these are the things that people don't understand, that there are jobs constantly in demand for, that they don't even know. So this is just one of the tools. Okay, I'm going to search for Power App Developer, Power BI Developer. This is another tool entirely. Okay, this is Power BI Developer. And you see, Power BI Developer, Power BI Developer, Power BI Developer, Power BI Developer. All right, and it's still Power Platform as a whole. So you see, what you're going to be learning, this marriage of tools in order for you to transition, you can get a job as anything, a Power BI developer, Power App developer, BI developer, so on and so forth. All right. So the training program is 100% online. Okay. So I'm just going to use the next probably 20 minutes to talk about the program. It's 100% online. Okay. So the way you are currently learning, on a Monday evening, all right, it's 100% online. It's hands-on practical. So you see how I worked on the project. The classes also are project-based, where you'll be working on projects and you'll be using personal experience, actual work experience to learn, to build your own projects. Okay. Lifetime access to the materials and case study. I'm going to show you the platform. You see exactly how everything is structured in order for you to get started as a Power Platform developer. So you have lifetime access to the materials and the case studies and the experts. So, even at any point in time you forget or you don't remember how to work with something, you can always go back to the platform and, revisit it, refresh your memory, so on and so forth. For the classes, you have 24 classes, 50 plus topics that you'll be working on. The average salary of a Power Platform developer is £44,000, 44,000 plus pounds here in the UK. Same thing in the US. It's a beautiful salary range also for the guys in the US and Canada. All right. Add 6 projects to your portfolio. So for every technology you learn, Power BI, Power Apps, all the things you're going to be working on, you are going to be building projects. Okay. So you add more than 6 projects to your portfolio in which you can actually then share on with potential recruiters. All right. 100% job feasibility. Like I said, the whole essence of you learning the new skill, and for us, is to get more people in tech, more Africans, more Nigerians, more people into the tech space. So we are going to be working, very much on 100% job feasibility, getting you links to remote jobs, getting you links to showing you places you can apply for remote jobs, how to get sponsorship jobs, so on and so forth. So those are the things that we are going to be working on internally to ensure that you're always having, opportunities for you to learn and also opportunity for you to get a job. All right. Industry relevant certification. Then the training program is for 2 months. Okay. 2 months of learning and 1 month of free virtual internship. free virtual internship. So it's 100% online, hands-on practical. You have lifetime access to the materials, 24 classes, 50 plus topics. The average salary for the £4,000 in the UK. You will add more than 6 projects to your portfolio, 100% job visibility. So if you're looking to earn jobs, you want to work remotely and all those things, we are going to be working aggressively to get you all those opportunities. All right. Now, how is the progression going to be like? How are you going to be moving from what topic to what topic, what stage to what stage? Okay, so you're going to be starting from the beginning because, well, we're going to make an assumption that you're all beginners, you're just starting, you're just learning Power Platform. So you're going to be starting from the basics. All right, so introducing you, we'll start with the introduction to Power Platform. Then we move into Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent. So you'll be creating your own chatbot. All right. Power BI, so you can actually become a Power BI developer. I showed you these roles earlier, and you can actually take out time to take out the roles in your own region. Power BI developers are also highly, highly paid. Power App is Power App. You learn everything. You would also learn SQL because you can also get a role as a BI developer. That's what I did not show you. So there's actually a role called BI developer. This is not Power BI. This is actually BI developer. All right. So the reason we always stay in constant, we stay in tune to what the industry is looking for or what they're looking for. So there's something we call Power BI developer, not Power BI developer. So there's Power BI developer on one side. There's also BI developer. All right. So these are the kind of opportunities people don't know exist that they can actually take on from going into this particular career path. So you see another role, Power BI developer, BI developer, BI developer, BI developer, BI developer, and these people are constantly recruiting. So you see, people say there are no jobs. Okay, I really am puzzled because there are tons of jobs for people to get on because of lack of skill, they don't latch into these particular opportunities. All right. So you're going to learn Power BI, you're going to learn SQL, you're going to learn Power Pages for building web applications. And the last but not the least is building your case and creating your action. Building your case and creating your action. So most businesses, like I did, that report I did, all right. The time I started building that report, nobody was doing anything like that. All right. So when I started automating most of the reports, okay, and they send me email, and in like less than 15 minutes, what's 15, less than 10 minutes, we get a response immediately that the report has been built. Or if it may not send the report already. People start asking questions like, how are you able to do that so quickly? All right. Building your case and creating an action. Guess what? The next couple of months, my primary job, I left my primary job, I started automating business processes across the organization, started creating applications across the organization. And these are the skills I've taken on to work independently. So I work independently here in the UK. And I said at the start of the session, if you joined, I said I even work for businesses back in Nigeria. So the flexibility is there. Do you understand? And that's why I tell most people, just learn a skill, be good at something. Trust me, people will chase after you. All right. So, anyways, all the skills you're going to learn here, from introduction to Power Platform, to Power App, to Power Automate, to Power Virtual Agent, to Power BI, to SQL, Power Pages, and creating your actions, only amounts to 50% of what you will learn in the training program. Now, I'm very sure you guys will be excited. Like, how is everything here just 50% of the training? I'm going to explain it. All right. So the technical skill only gives you 50%. All right. All right. So moving on to the next thing. So this is the roadmap. So you're going to start from the beginning. You're going to learn Power Apps to Power Automate to Virtual Agents, to learn Power BI, SQL, Power Pages, just the same way I explained earlier. All right. So it's 100% virtual classes. All right. So classes are on Saturdays, just on Saturdays. So you have live classes on Saturday where you'll be working on the real life project. Now, the beauty of this training program is it infuses a bit of business analysis because you are also going to be, before you build an application, you need to know what we call the software development lifecycle. All right. So you know the software development lifecycle. So at the ideation stage and the implementation stage, how do you develop this app? Okay. If you're going to be automating a process, you need to be able to understand the business requirement. So if the team in the team in, let's say in China, or let's say the team in Ireland, the UK, they're currently working on a particular business process and you want to automate it. you need to understand the business requirement. Okay, so you can also gather requirement. How do you gather requirement? How do you gather requirement? How do you elicit, and so on and so forth. So even as a Power BI developer, as a Power Platform developer, you still need to have the skill set of a business analyst. So you're going to be doing a bit of business analysis, process mapping, gap analysis, so on and so forth in the training program. Okay, because it's going to be end-to-end. You're going to be creating solutions. So in order for you to create solutions, you need to know the problem. In order for you to create a solution, in order for you to create a solution, you need to understand the gap within the organization. So you see the application I showed you earlier, there was a gap. Okay, and that application was used to fill in the gap to make everything more optimal. That's essentially what you'll be learning during the Power Platform, Power Platform training program. So, aside the training skills, like I said, live classes are on Saturdays, and on Sunday you have self-paced videos that would give you more room to do more practice work. Okay, so you have more practice work that you're going to be working on, more projects. Like I said, majority of the things you'll be working on are projects because really that's what recruiters are looking for. Do you have experience working with Power BI? Do you have experience building, development pipelines in Power BI? You have experience working with SQL, so you want to have that project experience. So we have that Sunday classes where we give you permissions, we give you videos where you get to work on more real life end-to-end project solutions. All right. All right. So, in addition to the technical skills, like I said, which is just 50%, the other 50% to ensure that you get a job is the soft skill. All right. They are the soft skill. So you have the CV review, for example, CV review, LinkedIn optimization, Upwork optimization, navigating the job market, recommendation and reference letter, job and interview preparation. So you see, these are the key things you need to know. First of all, your CV. All right. If you have a good CV, nobody's going to call you. So all these things are free of charge. We're going to do everything for you. So your CV review, we're going to work on your CV, review of CV. So depending on your region, you're in Canada, you're in the US, you're in the UK, you're in Ireland, there's a way your CV should look like. So we're going to work with you to ensure. And if you're in Nigeria, you're looking for a job in the US, it's a particular way your CV should look like, all right, in order for you to land remote jobs. So these are the things that we're going to work on you, all right? LinkedIn optimization also, these are the things you need to know. LinkedIn optimization basically helps you optimize your LinkedIn profile. So when a new opportunity comes in, or a recruiter is looking for an opportunity, is looking for an applicant, all right, and they look for Power Platform developer, BI developer, and they're searching for people like that. Your application, your profile should be on the top, just like Google, the way we have search engine optimization. We have what do you call it, LinkedIn optimization. So whenever they search for candidates, your profile should be on top. All right. So if you don't get emails, they call it in-mails, okay, from recruiters, emails, in-mails. So if you don't get emails, something is wrong with your profile. All right. Even if you're not looking for a job, if you don't get emails, your LinkedIn profile is not optimized. Recruiters should be chasing you. They should be sending you emails that are currently looking for a role. Are you looking to change your job? All right. So if you don't get that, your LinkedIn profile is not optimized. All right. And I can tell you a ton of success stories that we've shared with Internet Analytics. All right. So CV review, very important, LinkedIn optimization. We talk about Upwork optimization. Upwork is a beautiful platform. I'll show you in 2 seconds. All right. So Upwork, we're going to go on Upwork. So for developers, for freelancers, so find the best freelance jobs. So you see, all just go to all the way to D. You see digital, you see data miner, data scientist, data analytics freelancer. So you can take on roles in data analytics also because you're doing more of BI development and all that. So you can do BI, business intelligence, and so on and so forth. So you can get quite a number of remote opportunities with this particular skill set you're going to learn. So we're going to do Upwork optimization, navigating the job market. So now, as a newbie in Power Platform, you obviously don't know all the roles you can apply for. You don't even know where to apply for these roles. First of all, you don't even know the jobs you can apply for. Secondly, you don't even know where to apply for these jobs. That's where we do navigating the job market to tell you where you can apply for this role. Bear it in mind that the reason we're telling you to transition to learn the skill set is not just for the fun of it. It's for you to be able to transition to get a job, to get a better job, to get some other kind of gigs that you can do reach your normal jobs in order for you to earn more. So these are the reasons why we're doing this. All right. So you have the navigating the job market. Will walk you through where you can apply for remote jobs, remote opportunities across the world, not just in Nigeria, not just in Africa, but in US, in Canada, in the Philippines, in Netherlands, in Australia, so on and so forth. So this essence, another thing I like to tell people, you're learning this technical skill not to get a job in your local environment, not just to get a job in your local environment, but to also get a job in any region. So if you apply for jobs in the UK, you're tired of applying, you can go to Netherlands, apply jobs. You can go to Australia to get a job. So it's a global skill. People are always looking for BI developers. Yeah, people are always looking for Power App developer. There are quite a number of roles you can apply to. All right. Recommendation or reference letter, we provide that for you. So you're going for your master's, you've never done anything tech before in your life, all right? And you need someone to stand in for you because you've learned a technical skill and you want, Analytics standing for you, we will stand in for you, all right? Also, if you apply for a new job and they need reference, you would also get a work reference from Analytics. Like I said, you would have worked on several projects from us, all right, that will guarantee that you have actually worked with analytics. So that project you work in your class, in your assignment, your project, so on and so forth, also classifies into actual work experience. So you can gain experience for learning and working with analytics. Now, the last but not the least is job and interview preparation. This is a fantastic one because you will get to, anytime you apply for a job, all right? Anytime you apply for a job, you would always get someone to prepare you for the interview. All right. So you apply for a job, you've never worked as a Power BI developer, you would never know the kind of question you're going to get. So you would get an expert like myself, like a Deza, like any other person within the team will work you, will hold your hands and guide you through the process of you transitioning. All right. I wish I could show you my WhatsApp. We have quite a number of interview preparations for this week, and let me see if I'll be able to, take a screenshot and take out some people's names and all that. So we also have mentorship sessions every week where we get to show people, how other people that have transitioned, but the analytics participants and all the experts in the industry, how they were able to get a job, how they were able to transition, how to prepare for interviews, so on and so forth. So we have that in mentorship sessions every Wednesday, every Thursday now. All right. And these are the things that we do just to ensure that you get a job after the training program. All right. So, after the training program, learning the skills, you can work as a Power Platform developer. You can work as a business intelligence analyst. You can work as a systems analyst, process analyst, business analyst. Like I said, you're going to pick up some knowledge, key business requirement, elicitation requirement, process mapping, gap analysis, so on and so forth. So you'll be able to take on some roles as a business analyst. You can work as a Power BI developer. You can work as a Power App developer. You can work as a process improvement analyst. So you see processes that take 5, 7, 1 day, 2 days, 5 days. You can literally automate those processes. First of all, in order for you to even automate the process, you need to understand how to draw the process. So process mapping, you need to draw the process. So you can also take on those kind of roles, process improvement, change management, so on and so forth. All right. So you're going to work with these myriads of tools. You're going to work with Excel, Power BI, Tableau, Tableau. Excel, you're going to work with Excel, Power BI, Power App, Power Virtual Agent, Power Automate, SharePoint, Dataverse, AI Builder. You work with, ChatGPT, you work with Firefly, so on and so forth in order for you to get started. All right. So it's a 3 month training program, 2 months with projects and 2 months of projects classes, okay, and 1 month virtual internship. You also get 2 weeks of capstone project. So it's literally it's going to be project based. You're going to be working on a lot of projects, okay, and you have 1 month virtual internship. 1 month virtual internship. So you also have a virtual instructor-led classes where you have myself, you have other experts that will be taking you through the program. Okay. Um, so you would learn from industry best. Classes are, like I said, you have classes Saturdays and Sundays. Sundays are majorly going to be watch me do it videos where you would be working on more industry relevant projects. Okay. Then you have recruitment acts that you'll be taking on, like I said, the CV review, links optimization, basically things to position you to land that dream job of yours. So we're going to be very desperate. We're going to be very conscious about you learning not just the technical skills, but soft skills that will ensure you get a job after you learn the training program, even before you even finish. All right, that's what we're trying. That's the key thing for us. So the internship program is a wonderful experience, and this is one of the reasons why quite a number of our participants get remote jobs across the world. All right. So first thing you can own is 1 month own your skills, and also you can add it to your work experience. All right. So most people are looking for that, nudge. Most people recruiters are looking for that, let me see that you've done this before in a previous role. So that's exactly what we provide for you. So that work reference, we provide that for you. And this CV, the internship is a perfect time for you to implement some of the things that you've learned. Okay, so you're going to be working on end-to-end deployment of certain projects. Okay, so you'll be building applications, you'll be building web application, chatbots, AI-enabled chatbots, so on and so forth, end-to-end project relevant, industry relevant projects. That's what you're going to be working on in the internship. All right. And it's free of charge. You're not paying for this. 1 month free of charge. You work on projects. Okay. All right. So you can work freelancer as a developer, as a Power BI developer. You can go on LinkedIn. And I think let me just use the first couple of seconds to check on LinkedIn to show you how to get remote jobs on LinkedIn. All right. So let me just quickly go on LinkedIn and show you quickly. All right. Don't tell anybody. It's only for people that attended the program. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. All right. So you see this, these are all the analytics people. Okay, all the analytics. All right, so let me just come here and search for a job. I'm gonna look for developer, BI developer, or okay. So BI developer. Okay, this is in Australia currently. Okay, this is a BI developer in Australia. Okay, so I'm going to search for just remote opportunities in Australia. All right, so these are BI fully remote opportunities in Australia. Okay, I could do the same thing for United States. Okay, United States, and I would search. Okay, so these are BI roles available in the US that are fully remote. Okay, that are fully remote. So we're going to show you quite a number of ways. This is not just the only platform, and these are some of the platforms that we're going to show you. Remote.co, Upwork is for freelancing. Indeed also can be used to get remote opportunities. We're going to show you well found another opportunity. So you see, the key thing for us is not just you learning a new skill, but for you to get a job, to get something after you learn the training program, or even before you end it. All right. So we encourage people to apply even when they're learning because it's a learning journey. So you don't want to wait till the end of the program and start applying. You can actually start applying during the learning process. So you finish Power App, you can start applying for Power App developer roles. You finish Power BI, start applying for Power BI developer roles. Do you understand? So each technology you learn is even a standalone career path. So people are just Power Apps developer. The way we have Power BI developer, we have the Power Apps developer, we have the Power Virtual Agents developer. So each technology that you're learning is actually an entire career path for you. All right. That you can actually use to upskill yourself and work even freelancing. All right. So not just freelancing, you can actually get a job, a remote job, BI engineering, data analysis, so on and so forth. So you can actually do that. So, sorry, so these are global tech, the global demand for tech talent. So majority of the countries now are looking for tech talent across the world. Okay, so we currently work with influencers. All right, that share us with these opportunities that work. From Canada, you see, Canada currently has the global tech talent stream. Okay, we have the United Kingdom working with they have the global tech the global talent visa. Germany has the blue card scheme, which is also very recent. Singapore has the Tech Pass program. Australia has the global talent visa. France has the French tech visa program. Ireland has the critical skills employment permit program. So you see, all these countries are currently they are devising what pathways to attract tech talents. So now some people don't want to relocate, which is fine. Okay. But one thing you should have at the back of your mind is if a whole country is designing pathways to attract tech talent, then you should know that there is something they're seeing in the future, and that's the tech shortage. All right. So in the next couple of years, the estimation is by 2030. All right. That is literally how many years from now? That's about 7 years from now. There is going to be global tech shortage. So where are you going to be? All right. And say, for example, myself, okay, when I started learning like in 2015, learning tech, all right, learning how to become a data analyst, so on and so forth. And now just fast forward just a few years above, okay, just a few years. If they said I'll be leading a team at the moment, all right, a fast forward, tech company here in the UK, I would say it's a lie. Okay. So, those are the things about positioning. You need to actually look at yourself now and position and say that, okay, in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years, what do I want to do? Or where would I be? So on and so forth. And these are why these countries are looking at encouraging people to come into their country. All right. So we're going to be working with you, okay, getting you, telling you more, exposing you to all these opportunities, global tech opportunities, remote opportunities, so on and so forth. All right. So to join our next cohort, I know quite a number of people, quite a number of people are already asking about the price. So the training program is going to be starting on the 5th of August, 2023. That's just about 2 weeks, in about 2, 3 weeks to go. All right. So the training fee is £400, all right, or 320,000 naira, all right, and you can pay in 2 installments. So with 2 installments, you can pay 200 and 120, and you could pay 250 and £150, all right, to pay in full installment. So this training program now, like I said at the start of the session, I have a special offer for people that wait people that wait till the end of the session. All right. Now, for people that wait to the end of the session, we are doing an early bird discount for the first 20 people to register for Power Platform. Okay. So if you're looking to become a Power Platform developer, Power BI developer, Power Apps developer, all the technologies that we talked about today, all right, looking at the first 20 people to register. Okay. So you're going to get a discount of £100. Okay. So rather than paying £400, you can actually pay £300. And the beauty also is you can pay in 2 installments. All right. So you can pay £200 for the first installment, then pay £100 for the second installment. Or you can pay 270,000 naira also in 2 installments of 180,000 naira and 90,000 naira. All right. So if you're in Canada, you're in the US, and you want to make payments using PayPal, please click on the link. You can pay using PayPal. Also, if you're in Nigeria, you're in Ghana, you're in Sierra Leone, Zambia, Gambia, or in any other African country, you can pay using PayStack. Okay. So outside of Africa, anywhere within Africa, use PayStack. Outside Africa. So even if you're in Africa, you have PayPal, you could also pay with PayPal. All right. So the beauty about this is you can pay your discount amount, all right, to secure your position, all right, then pay the balance 1 month into the program, okay? So you're not going to you're paying the balance 1 month after you've started the program, okay? So all you need to do is secure a position with 180,000 naira or £200 in order for you to get started as a Power Platform developer. All right. All right. So yes, somebody says it's not so expensive. Absolutely, it's not expensive. So if you're looking at, the benefit of what you get from the training program, from, not just the soft skills, not just the CV review, LinkedIn optimization, all right, you would also get that mentorship that you need in order for you to get remote jobs, in order for you to get sponsored jobs, so on and so forth, interview preparation. So, all these things have been factored into it. And honestly speaking, it's a massive steal to, in order for you to get all this in one bucket. So you're going to be learning all the technologies, Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, so on and so forth, in order for you to become a Power Platform developer and all that. All right. So all you need to do is click on the main stack link. You'll see the main stack. You can see we have ISO that is posting the main stack link. All right. So if you want to make payments, once you make payments, please click here to upload your receipts. Okay. All right, click here to upload your receipts. All right. And for Naira payments, you can click here for Naira payments, and everything is quite, self-descriptive. For non-Naira payments, if you want to pay in pounds, if you want to pay in Canadian dollars, so on and so forth. And if you want to pay directly to the bank account, you have our Fidelity Bank account and you have the Wise account, in order for you to make payments. All right. So someone is asking about the duration of the program. It's for 2 months, 2 months immersive training program where you'll be working on projects, okay? And it's just weekend based, okay? So Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday you'll be working on projects, and you have 1 month internship. So it's for 2 months of learning, 1 month of what internship. So you have 1 month of internship. So secure your position. Another beauty about this is you don't need to pay the 180 in full. Okay. You can actually pay 100K or 90,000 naira to secure your position. All right, to secure part of the first 20 people. All right. And before the start of the program, you can actually complete the remaining. All right. So if to start is 180,000 naira. So all you need to do is just secure your position, which is you can pay 90, 100,000 naira to secure a position. And before the program starts, you can complete the remaining, 90 or, 80,000 naira in order for you to start the program. So just secure a position. Okay. That's essentially what I would say. Secure a position, get started, and we'll work with you in order for you to become a Power Platform developer. So exactly what we're talking about. Okay. So it's going to be taking you through end to end all you need to do, walking through all the things you need to do. All right. So you're going to be working on different projects, okay, cutting across different technologies across different platforms. So let me just walk you through. Let me walk you through the platform. Okay. So this is Google Classroom. I'm going to just show you quickly. Okay. So for 2 months, that's yes, it's going to be 8 live classes, but you're going to be working on projects. So you have your drop-in sessions, you have your watch me do it videos. I'm going to show you exactly what you have in there. All right. So you can see the classes here. So these are the people that started in July. Okay. All right. Virtual, they're all virtual classes, okay. So let me just show you one of the classes, okay. You see exactly what I mean by project based, so you see exactly what I'm talking about. So it is introduction to Power App, Power Platform. So you have the login details, watch me do it videos. All right, so we have the slides in here, okay. So I'm going to just show you the kind of project you're going to work on. So you see ISO size, the senior data associate with analytics. You see, currently they're working on an expense documentation solution for StellaCorp. So essentially, I'm going to walk you through the project just for you to see exactly what I'm talking about. All right. So employees were required to fill out paper forms meticulously, documenting every expense they incurred during business trips or while conducting off company related activities. So whenever you go for office trips, you need to use paper to reimburse or to get reimbursed, so on and so forth. Okay. So documenting company expenses and all that. So it was manual based, okay? And it needed, a Power Platform development engineer to automate walk-in customer bookings, okay? So these are the things that you need to talk about. Okay, these are the things that you work on. So you work with Power App, you work with Power Automate, and work with, for this particular project. So this is an actual business case scenario that has been, fine-tuned for participants' understanding and project experience. So you see exactly what we are going to do. I'm going to show you the actual project. Okay. Let me just show you this mentorship session. Let me to walk you through this. So this is the deployment. So that was just an introduction into the project itself. So in order for you to create that application itself, you need to understand the software development lifecycle. All right. So you're starting from that planning stage all the way to the maintenance. All right. So you planning the project, the ideation stage, you gathering requirements, you talking to key stakeholders within the business to understand the deficiency the business is facing, all the way to you maintaining. Maintenance means you've deployed and you're trying to ensure that there are no faults, so on and so forth. So in order for you to develop an application for a business, you need to understand the software development lifecycle. So these are part of the additional things that you're going to learn as a Power App developer, right? And you can actually use this in gaining experience as a business analyst, okay? Well, on the technical side, okay? So most business analysts don't understand tech. Okay, but this one you're going to understand the business analysis, and you also understand the deployment process of your applications itself. So software development lifecycle, you'll learn that, the 6 phases of SDLC. All right. Now, in order for you to develop the application, you need to understand the process in which the application works. Okay, so you are not just going to create an application in absence of people. All right. So when people design the process, you see, you're going to design what we call a user flow map. So you're going to do wireframing. Okay. You'll do all these practical solutions in class. And this is another case study. All right. And you see, this is an help desk solution for PowerTech. Now, like I said, these case studies are based off real life examples, real life case studies. All right. So you see, this is about the company. The company remains the same. Okay, it remains the same. All right, but you see the case study for this particular one. The existing process. Okay, let me walk you through this. The existing process of submitting support ticket via email or phone calls, which led to a lot of delays, miscommunication, and lack of transparency. So if you look at the processes within your organization, how do you raise tickets? If something is wrong with your laptop, do you send an email to the team to fix your laptop? Or do you go on an application or a portal for you to log this in? So these are the things that you know. So if the IT team wants to know how many issues they had in the last month, how would they know if you were sending emails? So those are all manual ways of tracking things within the business. So now this is another case study for you to, you've been hired as a Power Platform engineer to automate the ticket entries and its processes. So you go through the SDLC, you go through the process mapping, you go through wireframing in order for you to build this application. So you're going to work with Power App, Power Automate, and Power BI, okay? Because you want a reporting functionality with your application where the ticketing team can see how many tickets were raised, how many things were solved, so on. So just to keep in contact of what's happening within the business. And you can see the user flow map. I'm going to zoom in so you can see exactly how it flows. So you see, on the home screen, you start with the home screen, like I showed you earlier. You start with the home screen, and the person has to log in. The employee, the employer, anybody, you have to log in. So if you don't have, if it is no, okay, all right. If the login password is no, it gives you the about screen. All right. If yes, if the login details correct, it gives you the login details. You put it in. If it is wrong, forgot password, contact admin. Okay. Login password. If you put in your password and the password is correct, new user. It takes if it's a new user screen. If it is the password is correct login details. If yes, role of the user. So are you an administrator? Are you working in HR? Are you working in finance? What department? What's your role basically within the organization? So you put in your role. So imagine if you're a manager, you should see something else entirely. You shouldn't see what other people should see. If you're a manager, you'll see the manager screen. So the manager screen is this person that manages all the tickets. So that would assign, that would give out tickets and say that, oh, you've not done your ticket. Chase people on completing their tickets, so on and so forth. So go to the manager screen. What do you want to do? Do you want to assign a ticket, or do you want, you want to see the IT support screen? So what are people working on? Who currently has things? These are the end-to-end application you're going to be working on. So I can't be teaching you what you're going through during the training program. All right. So you work on the process flow map, you work on wireframing, you work on everything just to ensure that you have everything sorted out. So let me just play one of the recording in class so you can see exactly how they go through what they will go through during the class session recording. So you see all the classes are recorded, absolutely recorded. So you see everything, all the classes are recorded. So at any point in time, you even miss the classes, you will always have access to the recordings. So the beauty about this is you're going to be working on projects. So at every point in time, somebody asks you, so for Power App, you can actually build nothing less than 3 projects in Power App. Power BI, you build nothing less than 4 projects in Power BI. Now, Power BI is not just about the visualization. It is you being a developer. All right. So you see the curriculum, our curriculum embeds a lot of things around Power BI developer. So working with data flows, working with data vars, working with all the back end of Power BI. So it's not just the visualization. The visualization is good. All right. You will learn the visualization, no doubt. But on the back end, how do you automate this report? How do you ensure you communicate across the organization? That's the developer part of Power BI. So these are the things you're going to work on in the class, end-to-end project solutions. All right. So, this is just me walking through the classes. It's taking longer than expected. My network might be a bit too slow for today. So they had classes over the weekend. They had, the Power to Meet. And you see here, book an interview prep session. So at any time in time, you apply for a role. You can also book, you can just quickly book for an interview prep. All right. So you are always good. Anytime you need help with, an interview, you apply for a job, you can always book an interview prep. All right. So they started Power Automate this weekend. I'm wondering why this is taking too long than expected. Okay, so they started Power Automate. You see, that's the Power Platform Engineering Training Program. So it's end to end, you working and building solutions. So if you're looking to join the program, okay, please don't hesitate to make payment to the UK bank account or the Naira bank account, or you can pay via PayPal or PayStack in order for us to get started. All right. So, let me give opportunity for people to ask questions. Then I saw, do you have anybody coming through to speak? I'm just I saw, are you there? So, do you know what? If you have any questions, you can raise up your hand. I'll use the next 10, 15 minutes to take questions and we can call it a day. All right. So I can see, Omoni, you're muting yourself already. So go ahead, ask your question real quick. So if you have any question, please feel free to ask a question. Okay.
Okay, okay. Thank you for good evening. Good evening,
Good
everyone.
evening, Omoni. Yes.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. It's very insightful and very eye-opening. My question just goes that what is the laptop configuration for the one we require for this training? It's going to be an online training.
Yes,
At the
online.
same
It's gonna be
time,
online.
I guess, what specific laptop configuration are you recommending for the training? One should be able to get that will be able to handle all the Microsoft tools, and there will not be any hiccup because of the training or trying to handle projects.
Okay, yeah, makes
That is
sense.
one.
So,
That is
okay,
one.
okay.
Two, how do one get the software? No, the software installed. I guess it's not free. Is it that you are going to give it to us, or we're going to buy the software also?
All right, fantastic. Very brilliant question. So for laptop,
Uh,
you need a basic computer to get started. You don't need anything too technical. So if you have a laptop, 8 gig RAM, 8 gig RAM, 256 SSD, so your 256 solid state drive disk, that's fine. So 1.4 to 1.6, gigahertz, that's also fine. So you just need a very basic laptop to get started. You don't need anything too complicated or anything too advanced. All right. So you just need a basic laptop to get started. All right. So for software, you're going to be using training program. Yes, it's paid, but guess what would help you? We have a way of how you can get it for a duration. You can get it for free. Essentially, there's a way you can get it for free. So walk you through how you can actually get the applications for free. It's not you getting downloading thing from what they call those places in Lagos, computer village. No, it's not it's actually it's from Office. It's Microsoft Office. So it's called a developer account. So you get a developer account and you use that developer account to learn and also deploy. Okay. So we'll walk you through. So you see we have the welcome kit. Okay. So you see this welcome kit that walks you through all the things you need to do. Okay. You walk you through all the things you need to download, all the things you need to install, so on and so forth before you even start the program. So we have that welcome kit that will go through all the things you need to learn. So for installation, you're not paying a dime for installation. All right. So in order for you to get access to the training program, please, we're running a discount for the first 20 people to register, for first 20 people to register. And I'll tell you, ideally, we get more than 20 people to register. Okay. So if you're looking to get started on the 5th of August, please ensure you secure your position with a deposit of £200 or 180,000 naira. Like I said earlier, you can actually start by paying a down payment and complete it before the training program starts. Okay, so let me take Betty Mokwilola. Betty, let me hear from you.
Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you. That was a nice presentation. I think this is the second time joining Tenalytics for this power platform engineering. I think somebody took it last week and I joined it towards the end of the program. It was so interesting. So when I saw this, I said I was going to join it. Okay, I'm planning actually to start financial analysis for August cohort.
Okay.
I'm going to pay for August cohort financial. But when I heard about power engineering now, I'm like, I don't even know. Power engineering blew my mind, and I'm now in between decisions of whether I think what I want is this power platform engineering. I think that's really where. So I don't know, but I'm an accountant. And then
Okay.
I don't know, do you think I can cope? Do you think I would learn these things? Do you think I would know it? So I should just settle for a financial analysis and look away? I don't know.
Absolutely. Yeah. See, yeah, it's no coding. So you're not going to be coding. So forget about you trying to learn how to code, first of all, as a technical person. You're not going to code. All right. You're only going to be building solutions. So if you look
Okay.
at your day-to-day task as an accountant, majority of your work as an accountant can be automated. Now, how do you automate this process?
Yeah.
So really your role currently with the Power Platform developer is you will be automating these business processes within organization. Now, you are a solution provider. So regardless of any organization you find yourself, and these are the things that I tell most people, you need to learn a skill that even financial analytics is the same thing. All right. Every organization has, a finance department and that needs persons that would understand financial analytics to report financials and all that. All right. Power Platform on the other hand is more, it's more, how would I say, it's more relaxing because it's not you don't need a domain knowledge. All right. Finance needs a domain knowledge, which is finance, which is accounting and all that. But with Power Platform developer, you don't have a domain, you don't need a domain knowledge. So today you might be working for a company that is in FMCG. The next day you're working with a company that is in supply chain. All right. So that's where you have that business analysis infused in the training program to ensure that you can work with different stakeholders. You understand the software development life cycle, you know how to draw up a process map to understand the business process, you understand the current state, the future states, you understand the gap, and you know how to solve the problem. So that's exactly what you'll be learning during the training program with Tenalytics. So yeah, you will enjoy yourself, trust me. Any program you take, honestly speaking, you are going to really get the best knowledge as possible from any of the programs. Okay.
Okay.
So have
Thank
I
you.
made it easy
Thank
for
you for
you?
many.
All right.
Yes. I think if I have money, really, I would like to run both programs.
Not
I'll start with
concurrently.
one and then do another.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's
No, I'll will I be able to do it concurrently?
no,
I
you
don't
won't.
think so.
You won't be able
I
to.
won't, yes.
You
When
won't.
I'm through with one, then maybe I
Yeah.
will do another.
Don't worry,
Maybe that's
we'll
what
give
I'll
you a
do.
very beautiful discount when you come back, okay? Don't worry. Just start with
Okay.
us.
All
Yeah,
right.
we did together. We
Yes, I
started with
will.
our own. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks. Looking forward to
Yes,
seeing
I
you in the
think
program.
I've never been. All right. See you too. Thank you.
All right. Cheers.
Thank you
Thanks.
very much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. All right. Let me take F Beckley. Beckley, do you want to go ahead? Go ahead.
Going from Alphamina's S22 Ultra.
Hello, good evening.
Good
Can
evening,
you hear
Beckley.
me?
I
Yeah,
can hear you well.
thank you.
Perfectly. Yes.
Thanks for the presentation. I've been following Ten Analytics, and then initially I thought I would take the data science course. Yeah, I have a bit of a stint in data science. At least I've gone through an introduction somewhere, and then right now I think I want to take this course, this Power BI. And I'm also familiar with the Excel environments. I know a bit of advanced Excel, so I'm quite interested in this. And so my issue is the payments. If I want to be part of these 20 participants, how do I know? At least I want to like raise the 100,000 and pay. How do I know if I'll be part of the 20 or if I'll have to pay? Do you get my point?
Original fee. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so yeah, so we usually send out communication. So we send out emails, communications, and all that. So you would definitely in the WhatsApp also, you will also get those communications on the WhatsApp group. So we communicate when the discount has closed. So don't worry about that. We'll definitely communicate with you, send you emails, send you everything just to keep you up to date on the total number of registrations and all that. So
Okay.
how that makes
Thank you.
sense.
So I'm not on the WhatsApp group, on
Oh,
any of the
really?
WhatsApp group. No, I'm not.
Okay.
I got the email, this
Okay.
email for this training, but I'm not
Okay.
on any of the WhatsApp group.
Okay, so Isosa is going to be he's going to drop the link to the WhatsApp group. Okay, so just look out in the chat. We'll drop it on the WhatsApp group. Also, you will still get an email, even if you're not on the WhatsApp group, you'll get an email notifying you of how many registrations we have and when the discounts are closed. So this discount is only for the first 20 people. There are two discounts. Okay, there are two conditions. When we get 20 people, we close the discount. Also, before the end of before Sunday also is also another deadline. So anyways, you can register, we'll communicate with you. Anything you need about, the deadline, we'll also communicate with you. All right. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot for joining the session. I know it's late. Thanks a lot for taking to the end, also listening. I appreciate you big time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Agbaje, if I'm correct. Do you want to go ahead, please? Agbaje, we can't hear you. Somebody's asking for Zenith Bank account details. We don't use Zenith Bank, we use Fidelity Bank. So I do you want to drop the Fidelity Bank account details so for Betty so you can get how do we get the recording? Yes, so once you wait to the end of the session, you will get the recording, you'll get it in your email, you get it on WhatsApp. You literally, as long as you're with analytics, you'll get the recording 100%. Just to complete, it is just completely strange to me. It's the first time hearing about tech, but would like to register. I'm going to cope. Am I going to cope? I've been a trader all my life. 100% you're going to cope. As long as you have the dedication, you have the zeal, you want to learn, you are absolutely going to cope because you're not going to be doing anything. But Agbaje, I think there's something with your mic, so you could just adjust your mic and you can speak. All right, I'll be happy to take your question. All right, so please, Eze, yeah, you've been all trader your life. Trust me, it's really you're going to cope absolutely well because you do all these things on a day-to-day basis, but it's just that you don't know that you're doing it. Okay, so if you're talking about requirements, you're talking about building applications, you're not coding, you're literally just dragging and dropping. All right, and you're just moving things around and you're building solutions. That's the beauty of what you're trying to do. So the reasons of tech, when they say tech, it doesn't mean you have to be coding, it doesn't mean you have to know mathematics, statistics. So this program does not, you don't need maths, you don't need stats, you don't need anything to get started. Trust me, it's it's a career path that most people are sleeping on, honestly speaking. All right. So Agbaji, you can go ahead, please. Try again if your mic is back working. Agbaji, your hand is raised. So you can unmute yourself and ask your question. You're muted at the moment. All right. So is there class for September? Yes, there are classes for September all the way to we have classes every month. So even if you can't meet up in the August month, you can actually join us in September. All right. So we're going to be doing a lot of hands-on practical sessions. So just join our team and we'll work with you. So even though you miss this month, we have it only next month. Like I said, the whole goal for us is to get more Africans in tech. All right. So regardless of anywhere you are, you can actually get a tech job. Okay. So even though it's from Power BI developer to BI developer, so there are quite a number of roles. And that's the reason why I showed you all these roles is they exist. It's not me making them up. I did not make up all these roles. Okay. So BI developer, for example, these are roles that will pay through their nose. All right. That will pay to their nose. Now, let me show you something. There's something I didn't show you. So if you're in the UK, all right, or you're planning to move to the UK, or you have somebody that's about to go to the UK, whatever it is, okay, there's something we call contract jobs, okay, and we're just going to go to job serve. All right, JobServe is basically a platform for majorly contracts. So that's where I do majority of, get contracts and all that. Okay. So contracts pay a little bit, they pay a lot better than full-time and part-time roles. So let me just look for one of these roles, BI developer. Okay, BI developer. Okay, I'm going to search just for London. Okay, and you see roles over here. See roles. All right. So you see Dynamics Developer, Azure Power BI. You see Power Apps, Power BI, Power Apps, Remote. And what are they paid? 500 to 600 pounds per day. Now, when I tell people that sit down, just sit down for 2 months and learn. And just sit down and say that I want to learn. Okay. I want see, there's something we post on our socials, our social media, you sitting down to change yourself, to upskill just 2 months or 3 months in some cases, all right, to upskill yourself, we can change your life, okay, for the next 5 years. Just 2 months of conscious learning. Now, if I tell people that, oh, you can learn just Power BI, if you learn the front end, you can learn the back end, you can work with your Power, you can work with apps, you can use Power Automate in Power BI, you can do basically the end-to-end process of Power BI, which you learn during the training program. You can actually earn significantly. Just one tool out of all the tools you have in Power out you can actually have in the Power Platform. So you can see all this, okay? So the reason why you are learning SQL also is that most of the roles also have a little bit of database engineering where you can write SQL, you can be good with SQL and all that, okay? So you will learn it. So the reason why we've developed this training program is because it's end to end. So regardless of any way you find yourself, if they need SQL, you have it. If they don't need SQL, it doesn't matter. You still have the skill set. All right. If they need Power BI, you have it. If they need Power Apps, you have it. If they need Power Apps and Power Virtual Agent and Power Automate, you have it. So we're not teaching you one skill to say just learn Power BI alone. No. All right. You can learn everything. All right. And there are quite a number of jobs. See this one, Power Apps developer. Sit here. I'm not the one that put it here. Power Apps developer. This was posted on Wednesday, 12th of July. And what is here? 500 to 800 pounds per day. This Power App. This is not you any do Power Platform. This is just one of the two. All right. So there are opportunities that we're trying to bring to bear. We're trying to bring to people's awareness to say that sit down for 2 months and learn the skill. It's going to be 180,000 there, but you are investing 300 pounds. But you see what you're getting in a day in return. So when people are talking about invest in yourself, it's pays better to invest in yourself, personal development, learn a skill. And that's why I think I mentioned during the start of the session that if I wasn't in tech, I honestly don't know what I'll be doing. I honestly don't know if I was doing management consulting. Honestly speaking, I don't think I ever want to go back to. I don't think I even want to even smell that kind of life anymore. All right, because today I have that flexibility to say that, okay, do you know what? I want to move. I want to, hey, I want to move the kind of job I want to do. I don't want to do data. I don't want to do data anymore. All right. I just want to create solutions and can start. Do you understand? So those are the beauty of what you can again learn. You can see SQL developer here. You can also take on roles like that. Okay. You can take on roles as Power BI developer, BI developer, so on and so forth. Okay. So these are things that I'm trying to show them, trying to bring it to people's awareness. And these are different job sites. I've showed you read.co, I've showed you JobServe, you can go on and search yourself. All right. So these opportunities exist. It's not me making them up. I'm not here to make them up. That's why I'm going online to show you. All right. And you can actually go and search for yourself. So, this is a Monday evening. I know you guys have had a long day. But I'm trying to tell you guys that you can create flexibility for yourself. You can create flexibility. You can earn significantly different from what you're earning at the moment. What you think you can actually earn in 1 month, okay? If I earning it in a year, and I will tell you for free, okay? So what you're earning in some people, anyways, that's just me trying to, paint a scenario for you that you can earn significantly higher than what you're earning by just learning a new skill, by upskilling. All right. So, please, we have a ton of testimonials, guys getting jobs in Jaguar, Land Rover. We have Lucy get on the job with, with sorry, the name of the company is not. How did I miss the company name? Sorry. He's currently got a job as a regulatory data analyst with in the UK, yeah. All right. Nate also got a job all the way from, and Awaka got a job with, as a business support analyst here in the UK with the NHS. All right. Desola also got a job with as a business analyst in the UK. Gbenga Olagunju got a job as a business data analyst. We have quite a number of people transitioning, okay, getting jobs, landing jobs, and so on and so forth. So, we have a ton of testimonials across all our platform. And what we want you to do is just, once you get the slides, you can go to our YouTube channel. So once you go online, go to our YouTube channel. I've showed you my browser several times, so you should know my browser now. So once you go on YouTube, just search for Tenalytics. You'll see all our testimonials, okay? Tenalytics. All right, you see all the testimonials that we have in there. You see all the things that we're doing. You can watch all our previous masterclass sessions, so on and so forth. Also, you can subscribe. We have 1,700 subscribers. That's interesting. All right. So you see, those are the things that we're pushing for. Subscribe to our YouTube channel also. So you can see quite a number of things. You can see testimonials. I took the bold step. All right.
Hello, my name is Mayawa Ayorin.
Let me see if I can play this quickly.
And I'm a proud data analyst. I got my first certification from Tenalytics. I decided to join because I saw that they had a system,
No, can you
actually meet people who have the experience. You can talk to people who can understand you because they are also Nigerians, like me, they're Africans like me. So I decided to reach out to them, and I'm happy I took the bold step to actually start. If you are there also thinking of how to start your data analytical journey, I strongly advise you start with Tenalytics. Why? Because of the guidance you're going to get. Aside from that, they're going to help you get a reference in case if you want to get a job. It's like you have someone who could hold your hand into success. And the good thing is even after the program, you can always still reach out to Tenalytics. They're willing to help you and guide you. They're going to help you for your interview preparation, for basically everything until you achieve a job. Take the bold step today and join Tenalytics.
Our participants giving fantastic comments about these guys are all of them have gotten jobs, some of them are currently doing the internship. These are people that have taken a bold step. Now, guys in Canada, guys in the UK, guys in Australia, guys in Ireland, these guys are landing tech jobs. All right. And so I tell most people, sit down for 2 minutes, just sit down, learn. And that's the reason why we started Tenalytics, to get more Africans excited, to say that, they can actually learn this thing and get this job. Really? Is it possible? Yes, it is absolutely possible. Is it, we have people, we have proof to show you that you can actually do this. So, you can go to our profile, you can check us out on LinkedIn, you can check me out on LinkedIn, you can check out Tenalytics on LinkedIn, you can check, we are everywhere. Do you understand? We've not been there, we've been doing it for the past 3 years. So when you go to the slides, you'll see all the testimonials, you can click on them, listen to what they have to say about Tenalytics, the journey through Tenalytics, and how they're able to change, how it's able to change their career path. So I'm interested in data engineering course. When does it start? Okay, data engineering starts on the 5th of August also. So all our programs start on the 5th of August. So, you can check it out. Okay, I think you wanted to say something.
Yes. Concerning what one of the participants asked, and when you showed the list of jobs available to the Power Platform developers, I would just like to point out something, because that's one of the most frequent questions I get, right? If I learn the skill, will I be able to get a job? If I become a Power Platform developer, am I not going to be where I was yesterday? Efemina has shown us a lot, and I want to challenge you, right? As soon as you are done with this class, as soon as we'll be ending soon, so we all have a busy day tomorrow. So as soon as you are done, go online, check out this job site yourself, because it's one thing for someone to check it for you, and some other thing for you to check it yourself. So just go online, check out roles for Power Platform developer, Power Apps developer, Power BI developer, also BI engineer, like Efemina pointed out previously. There are different roles. These job roles are actually out there for you, just waiting for you to, get the skills, pick them up, and start earning in dollars. So I just want to make that clear, because I know many of us still have doubts in our minds, but just take that step, do the research yourself, and you'll be glad you did.
All right, fantastic. Thanks a lot for that, Isosa. Isosa is one of the superstars within our team that help people that are old people through the journey, through their journey in getting started in Power Platform Developer. He's also experienced. So he's an experienced professional that has built, solutions for companies, not just in Nigeria, but across Europe also. So, we work with some of the smartest people across the world, and Isosa is, one of those people. All right, so Isosa, thanks a lot for that. Absolutely fantastic. One thing he said that was very, very important is you taking out time to do this research. It's not just me telling you this. Search yourself. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So, and when I'm talking about learning a skill, honestly speaking, I wish there was a time it took me almost a year plus, over a year, to learn a new skill for me to transition and land a job. And that's why I said that, do you know what? One of the reasons why I started 10 analytics is to make it shorter for people. So when somebody says, "Oh, can you learn this in 2 months?" I will tell you categorically, you will learn it in even less than 2 months. All right. And that's because of the approach in which we devised in order for people to learn the skills based on projects. So the moment you know the why behind why you're doing something, it's easy for you to learn it. Trust me. And those are the things that we have done. Okay. So please, Oreolua, data engineering is going to be starting on the 5th of August. Please register if you're looking to get started in data engineering. Absolutely another career path for people that like to program, and another very delicious career path. So iPhone, I'm going to take you, and that's the last question I'm going to take for today. Then we call it a day. All right. iPhone, go ahead, please. iPhone has put on their hands. Okay, that's fine. No problem.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, iPhone, yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for your presentation. My name is Herbert. I'm a DevOps engineer. I just want to ask, on your website, your platform, do you have any sample hands-on labs that people can actually take? That way they can actually be able to see their competence and maybe make a decision on which program they would like to and take it. Like the woman in finance is not sure what she wants to do. So I was like, if you had some free sample hands-on lab that people could take, and that can actually make them decide which of the programs that will be easier for them to partake. So I'm just asking if you have that option available. Thank you.
Fantastic, brilliant. So I see you're a solution provider already, yeah, 100%. So unfortunately, we don't have the labs. All right, these are things that we're currently working on. But what we do is we have one-on-one sessions where you can actually book a one-on-one session with, take for example, myself, Isusa, Adeza, other tech professionals within the team. You can have a one-on-one session with them. All right, and you can speak on where you are and where you want to be. And we can tell you navigate, how to navigate and how you can actually start your career path. So you can actually book a one-on-one conversation. But the lab definitely is a wonderful idea that we are currently still working on. But obviously the functionalities and all that are things that we are still trying to put our heads around. So thanks a lot for that. I hope that answers your question. So you can just book a one-on-one conversation, and we will definitely be happy to have a conversation with you. All right, Shola. Somebody saying John is saying, what about data analytics? Data analytics is also a very, very sweet career path. And the reasons why we have 7 career paths is very simple. Okay. The reasons why we choose 7 career paths is easy to learn, easy to transition, high and rewarded salary. All right. So easy to learn in the sense that you can easily work on projects, gain project experience, and get a job. Easy transition means that they are constantly looking for people. Jobs are constantly available. They are it's not like jobs that you apply, you see like 2 jobs that will come up online, or you see like 5, you see 10. You understand? These jobs I'm talking about are jobs that if you check today, you will see at least 200, 500 jobs being posted. You check the next day, you see another 150 to 300 posted. You check the next day, you always be seeing there's always a demand. So the fact that there's always a demand, it becomes easier for people to land a job. Okay. Now the last is higher rewarding salary, and that's the reason why I showed you the job sites where you can actually check the salary. So data analytics falls into this category. You can data analytics. Sorry,
22 Ultra.
I'm not sure why this thing keeps making noise, so I just turn it off. So sorry about that. All right, so that's exactly what we need to talk about. So data analytics definitely is another very delicious, sweet career path for you, John. All right, Shola.
Right.
Yes.
Good day, bro. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the training so far. Well, I think I'm going for the data analyst. I've been following you for some days now, for the past 2 to 3 days now. So I think I'm very okay with the data analyst and probably the power platform also. Well, my little concern is that I've not been getting the recorded video on my mail
Okay.
all this while.
Okay. Could you just send Isusa your email? I'll confirm. We'll confirm. So if you could just DM Isusa your email, we'll add you to the. I don't know. Do you fill out the attendance form?
Yeah,
Shola?
the very well today.
Today, yes.
No,
So
no.
so Isusa, do you want to send the registration, the attendance form again, so that and the WhatsApp group and the WhatsApp, so people can actually click on that. All right. So I think Imoa was posting
But
the
the
form.
previous one I filled, but I've not
You
been
could
getting it.
you could check your spam. Check your spam.
Oh,
It might be in your spam probably because we send it out every day. Even this morning it still went out so that people can have access to it. All right.
all right. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Yes. Okay. I did fill the form. Oh, I did want to do the same thing too. Okay. All right. So I will make changes. Just fill the form. Okay. We'll send it to you. So sorry about that. There must have been a mix up somewhere. Apologies for that. All right. Can it be dropped? Can it be dropped? Yes, we'll also drop it on the WhatsApp group. We'll drop it on the WhatsApp group. Don't worry. Okay. I'll make sure we drop it on the WhatsApp group so you can also get access to the recording. All right. Thank you very much, guys. I know it's late already. This is 11:35. Honestly speaking, I never believed that we still have 72 people on the call, but I want to believe that you guys learned something different today. And trust me, this is a career path that you want to chase. Okay, flexibility, own your stuff, and so on and so on. So many opportunities. So please, if you want to be part of the first 20 people, register now. Okay, it's a discount, early bird discount for the first 20 people. £200 for the first set of people to register, or 180,000 naira. Training starts on the 5th of August. Okay. And like I said, you don't need to pay the complete 180 or £200 to get started. Secure your position, 100,000. You can actually pay that. All you need to do is just balance for the start of the program. So you have at least 2-3 weeks, or you know that you have secured your position amongst the first 20 people. And that's why I usually tell people this stuff gets filled up easily. So please I don't want people to say, oh, if I stayed late that night, please just, be part of the first 20 people so you don't have to pay the original fee of £400. All right. Thank you very much, guys. And if you had a wonderful day, please unmute yourself and tell me, yeah. So if you had a wonderful time, unmute yourself, say yeah, if you had a wonderful time, essentially.
Yeah.
Betsy, yeah.
Yeah.
Fumilola, let's
Math
go.
goals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I'm happy you
Yeah,
guys are.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Have a wonderful night rest,
Thank you very
everyone.
much.
Thank you very much. Have a good night. Cheers, everyone. Bye.